luggage in my hand.
Hello, Buzz. This is
Frank. Albuquerque on a jet to the promised land. Working on a T-bone steak, a la carte flying over to the Golden State.
Nancy Holtis.
13 minutes, he was at the terminal gate. Swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone.
Wobble with the wobble.
Cut your engines and cool your wings.
And let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles.
Give me Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater, 41009.
The Moretti's.
And the poor boys on the line.
Matt, good morning, everybody. Let's go. We missed it. 6:09. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm behind. You're right. What a beautiful morning, man. Wait till you step outside. Nice.
Yeah, we need to make a decision on tomorrow's show. We want to stay inside or outside at XJ. We need to work on that.
I'm so sick of your ignorance.
You know, stop it.
A swing old chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone.
Lights down! Lights down!
To the telephone. Los Angeles.
It's stupid. It is totally stupid.
You know, Roger, I was... good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I was reading about... made me think of Whitney Houston's mom dying. I forgot about her singing with Elvis.
Her mama died?
Yeah, 91 years old.
I didn't know that.
Man, she sang on some classic hits.
Oh, you got to remind me.
Girl. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Did she really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Did not know that either. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 8th. What's the temp outside? Let's see what
57.
The temp. Woo!
High
Hey.
of 79 today.
What?
High
yes.
of 79.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Step outside. It's like, yeah.
It's really nice. And you know what? When I'm looking out there right now, and I'm sure Melinda Mayo's doing the same thing, and I think my son Zach may be as well. I'm not sure. It's that pre-emergent that Sanders put on our lawn last week. It's getting ready to go night-night. Oh, I can't wait for it to go.
It's funny. That's what you gravitate to.
It's the little things.
Yes.
As you know, I don't do drugs I don't do drugs.
We are glad you're listening, and we're glad Roger doesn't do drugs anymore. We got an interesting poll about. I think
you know what? No, that's a nice thing to say. Thank you.
I've got stuff. We'll get to it later in the day. It's talking about. Where's it at? The things you look for. Top quality women look for this in a man.
Top quality women?
Yeah.
I want to know what qualifies them to be top quality first.
Say, what makes them a top quality
I'm just saying that one of them is that they go through all the lists, and one of them is guys who are suffering with addiction. Usually not a good
I
thing.
thought you were saying they were looking for that.
No, I said things that, well, it's both. It's things they look for and things they don't, It's
that takes away from their shopping money.
Yes.
That's not me. No, that's not me. That's not me.
Today, got a busy show. Roger's only going to be here partial an hour of the show today because this week we're all getting our checkups.
It's Doctor Week.
Yeah, taking a page out of Tommy's page in the
Yes,
book.
I thought about that too. I got no message from Tommy from 2 o'clock in the morning.
But we will have Bruce James stepping in as always, brought to you by Scott Lucas Construction. We'll talk with Roger, the guy who's doing. He's the founder of Clark Contractors. They're doing that big country the clubhouse over at PV for the big golf tournament coming up, and Joe Klein is. You ought to see. Well, you saw it.
I did.
Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. We'll talk with him today. Obviously, they get ready for the Simmons Bank Championship.
We're going to be there 2 days. Did you know that?
That's right. How about that?
It's
It's a big deal. John Daly will jump on with us. Now, I asked John. It's funny. John was probably occupied because I said, "Are you good for tomorrow?" And he said, yes, hell yeah, or whatever. And I said, where are you? What city and state?
Right.
No answer.
Yeah.
So he's probably socializing, but I know he'll be excited about talking about the Razorbacks today for sure. That's brought to you by Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer.
He was in Nashville a week later or earlier than the Goalpost on Broadway, right?
That's right. That's right.
That's where he was. Okay.
Also, thanks to Genesis of Conway. There also, we'll visit with Ernie Murray. Roger, this weekend, you've got the Cal deal. Got the Cal deal in Hot Springs, got the Cal tip-off tour in Pine Bluff. And so we'll talk with those guys about what's going on down there. Chuck Gatlin will be stopping by. I think we'll hear from Terry Connor Johnson today.
Are we holding off on the feud till tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll do Bass game today, and we'll do feud when we won't. We'll do feud. That's Roger's game. We're going to switcheroo and play match game instead of Family Feud. Right. Today, Roger's National Hero Day. It's also National Face Your Fears Day. What is off the top of your head? What are the things that you can say you fear?
You mean heights?
You and I are exactly the same.
Yeah, heights and close places. Yeah, I know. So I would hate
Which
to
is
be
worse?
in a real small box, really high.
So you guys do not like gondolas.
No,
Gondolas are a
no.
no-go for you all.
no. I got a excuse me. I got a picture from Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa. She is on. She's at this in Europe. She's in Swiss Alps. I got a couple of pictures where she has got the Morning Mayhem shirt on, and she's jumping. The Swiss Alps are right behind her. It's fantastic. I'll get that and post it. But there's also there's a mountainous walkway that you've got. I don't like that.
Yes.
I don't like the Sears Tower with the glass floors. Don't like that at all.
Don't like that?
Freaked me out. They're jumping up and down
Roger,
on it.
I think
and then I don't like heights, but we jump out of airplanes.
Well, yeah, I think it's depending the kind of heights. In other words, I don't mind going up in. I went up in the trade tower, the World Trade Center, rather. Because you're inside a building. Where I get nervous when you're exposed to the outside. You could actually, and then the other, like you said, when I'm cramped in.
Yeah. Well, it's the reason there are two reasons I have leaf guard gutters. Because they're outstanding. And number two is because I was going to clean out my gutters one time. And I looked from the ground up and thought, I'll just get up there and sweep them off.
Yeah.
But then when I got up there, it's a lot higher up looking down than it is down looking up.
That's only 10 feet. I don't know how those guys get up on those clean windows. I just, it's a different, or they get on the top of the towers, they replace the bulbs on the, no. 10 million, no. Not going to do it, because I'm going to die. I'm going to die. 10 million, no, I got to die. Josh, what about you? Do you have any fears?
I'm not a huge heights guy, but it's like situational heights, right? Like
airplanes.
Sure. Airplanes do not bother me at all.
Right. Is that it? Just the height that you have no fear?
I don't like ledges.
Don't like
ledges bother me.
Don't like ledges.
Hashtag ledges.
Well, we're a big ledges. They're terrible. We're a big hiking family.
Yes.
So we'll go places. And my brother's like, "I'll take a peek."
Yeah, see, I don't like that either. I know. I don't like that either. RJ does that. RJ, get away from the edge.
There.
What did you hear the other day? Somebody at the Grand Canyon tries to do a selfie.
Happens.
Yeah.
Like
just the other day.
Because my family, they're always reading the publications from these places. It's always like somebody falls Yosemite again. I'm like, how?
I know.
How?
They're out there doing selfies.
Yeah.
They get to the
What
edge.
are you doing?
Yeah, I don't have to be on the edge with my feet hanging off. I'm not doing it.
With the camera angles now, it can appear to be.
So have you all seen the movie won a bunch of awards, Free Solo? About
No,
Alex Honnold, the guy
I would
who-
be willing to watch that, but
the
it would
guy
make me
who
sick to my stomach.
He did. I think it was Half Dome at Yosemite. Like which is basically just. I mean, 2,000 feet of like.
How do you
sheer
do
rock.
that and not slip at all, or not have you get a
No
cramp?
ropes.
No yeah, it's crazy.
No.
I mean, that is a set. That is a set.
And here's the crazy part is the people who are filming him are his friends. So they're like, are we just enabling this guy to potentially die?
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
that's right.
But he made it.
Well, is there anything besides height? Do you bother small spaces?
I can't even fathom
Spiders.
anything besides heights right now. 'Cause I'm so freaked out by heights.
Roger, you're right. What else is there out there that people have fears of? That
I'm cleaning. There's some of those some good snakes that have gotten trapped in the little
that scares you?
thing.
Snakes.
But they're good snakes. They can't harm me whatsoever. I'm still putting on a hazmat suit, thick gloves.
That's okay. Snakes,
and I'm oiling them up to set them free.
I think snakes are okay for every. I mean, snakes creep you out. Which creeps you out worse, spiders or snakes?
Snakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Rats.
Huh? Rats.
I'm not a fan of rats. Bats and rats. What are you, Dr. Seuss now? What about you?
I think this is those two. Remember, Josh, we decided to wear these things at the golf tournament. These the
white suits,
the caddies suits.
We have them, yeah.
And I could not. My shoulders are so bad. I was trapped in there, and I almost had a.
You did. Hyperventilated.
I was gonna cut. I was gonna get ready. Cut me out of this thing.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah. Because my shoulders are so bad I can't move them.
I'll show that picture, sir. I have it. I just looked
someone
at it.
says here clowns. It says midgets. Well, obviously little people.
And I know that king snakes kill other snakes. I know that, and I set them free when they get stuck in the deals. But it's the thought of them biting me, and and then as soon as it bites me, I crap my pants and somebody walks up, and that's what they see. What's this right here? And I never got the clowns.
Clowns. That's RJ.
What
RJ
happened?
hates clowns.
I think Chris Kane's the same way. What happened there?
I don't. The clowns thing doesn't like always bother me.
Now there's a scary. Chris Cage just said clowns. Yes.
My grandparents have a paper mache clown that
Yes.
does sit in one of their guest rooms. I do wonder about that. Why?
Well, yeah, the scariest movie clown. You know what it is to me?
Which clown?
Besides the one they made that where
The
it
Pennywise?
besides Pennywise,
Scary
what
stuff.
scene with a clown? And it's not a live clown. It's a stuffed.
John Wayne Gacy documentary.
It's a stuffed clown. It was just a scene in a movie where he looks over the bed and he sees the clown that's sitting there, and then lightning strikes and looks.
Clown's gone?
The clown is gone.
No.
That is it.
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. Okay,
He doesn't
sure.
see the clown. It gives me the chills thinking about it.
Well,
I just
listen.
got chills.
That clown moved.
And the clown's
You
underneath,
should be
the clown's
scared.
underneath the bed pulling him in.
You should be scared of that one. It's possessed.
Everybody says he climbed El Capitan, Josh, and we'll see if Josh corrects that. John Mark said this morning, having to decide between my Buzz jacket or Buzz hoodie this morning will look better with a morning Mayhem shirt. Well, in the meantime, remember John Mark was angling for one the other day at the golf course.
Yeah, he was.
We do have them online. We can't give them all away for free, but you can.
Well, not now. Well, I mean, we did it for 2 years.
Yeah,
and what's the code?
QR code's there. If you want to order them, it's probably $20, $15-$20, and
it's crazy. Just in time for Christmas, you get a couple of them. And listen, and you can ask Steve Qualls and his staff. I don't know what it cost to do one shirt, but if you want a hoodie, say, hey, I'd like to get this done.
Yeah, that's right.
If you've got a family reunion coming up, that's what you call them for. Say, hey, I need 20 shirts that say hey to our family and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's Design Lab in Hot Springs. They'll take care of it. You'll get that dry fit one.
Hey, Bruce, last night the Chiefs took care of business. Man, the Chiefs look good on offense. My God. It really should have been 35. I mean, they get down to the one and throw an interception on the goal line. And, Chiefs, hadn't looked great, Roger, but they're 5-0. That's what's scary. Yeah. I mean, they're doing that, not playing that great. And I'm telling you, Mahomes is so good. You can't get him in the backfield. He just sort of slips around. And
backup running back, Juju Smith-Schuster goes for 130 yards. Kareem Hunt goes for over 100 yards.
It's crazy. I mean, they are
just plug and play.
They're so
very
talented.
Patriots-esque, right? Remember the Patriots the run where it was like, who's Kembrell Tompkins? Why is he 100 yards every game receiver? They're kind of getting to that point now.
It means, Roger, that for the weekend I finally remember on the Oaklawn Sports app, which I'm proud to be working for to make my picks. I've had a rough time on NFL picks. Finally, 4-0 this weekend. Ralph Schuster yesterday bet the parlay all 4 games on a $20 bet was $230. Boom.
Give it up.
5-1.
Nice.
Now I'm 9-1 for the weekend. I'll take it.
I was told yesterday.
Yes.
That
nobody cares. It was funny as Acre hears us in the morning. You guys brag on yourself. Somebody's got to do it. But you've heard me say I've been bad at NFL.
You've talked about how much you've blown forever.
You can't take it that seriously. But you know what?
I take
responsibility. You betcha.
But you're putting it on the Oaklawn banner.
Yes.
So I mean,
in Acre, all Acre had to do only that was say I'm 5-2.
Well, and
not let it bother him.
I didn't mean to cause Justin to have a meltdown.
You did.
I didn't mean that whatsoever.
I just can't stand to be away, man.
I think they're fine without you.
Well, and the only thing there is that I know it's because I am so far beneath him. He just thought that there's no way that a commoner should talk to him.
Well, it was
funny. And I was just
David all the bad weeks he had on his stupid picks. Because no one cares. They know we're both idiots, and nobody gives a damn what we think.
Well, that's why. Although Oaklawn asked us to do that, so we put people are looking.
That's what I was saying.
They do care because they're asking us to do it.
You're all stupid faces every single time I log on to their Oaklawn app. Because the first time I see
terrible.
Smiling when
it's terrible.
Well,
Justin's isn't smiling. But here's the thing. If I'm looking on that and I see you guys on there, and I don't know who you are, maybe it's a picture of Bruce and I've never seen him before in my life if he's on there, I'm expecting you to give me who you think's going to win. And regardless of Josh, if Josh is on there and he said, well, you guys are picking all favorites and all that, well, okay. Well, I'm looking at that. So I didn't mean to get Justin upset, and that's why I'm leaving early today.
I want to say that we want to do a good job because some people do. I'm 67% with college, which is pretty good, right?
Ralph Schuster's putting his next child's college fund.
Ralph's pretty good at what he does, though. Ralph got a system.
He won last night, so that he won the 4. I was 4-0 on the and so. So, but anyway, it's nice. It's fun when you win. It's pretty.
You missed yesterday, but he had a complete meltdown. And he was like, I heard you guys at 6:30 yesterday talking about my locker room. This was him.
You jag off.
That was him.
What? Oh my God! That's what he said.
That was him yesterday. He was like, I heard you guys at 6:30 in the morning talking about my locker room.
Yeah, I just thought it was because I would never get a chance to. He's so much better than I am on all those things, and just in life in general, he's just so much better than me. But to see the lock of the week and it be a complete.
It was ugly.
It was never close.
It was not. No.
Of course, other people missed that too. A lot of people did not see that.
Of course, they did. No one is 100%. You can't do that.
But 2.5.
It was just that.
But yeah, listen, 5-1.
My apologies to his family.
It's always more fun. Bruce James joins us now. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning.
It's always more fun when you get them right. Like this week, it'd be 9-1. Like, yeah. I mean,
but
the better stories in the losing locker room. That's where it is.
And I think didn't you say? Are you the one who made a little comment about because I went with Army? Yeah, you said.
No. Well, here's the thing. I've watched them play this year. They're really, really good.
Yeah,
they should be ranked.
Yeah, the line was 11.5. They won by 42.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you watched a whole lot of Army football
that's right.
this year. You're like, I'm favorite.
Anyway, fun stuff. All right.
Yeah, just fun.
We'll take a break. Come back and visit with Brad. Bruce should be in a great mood. The way the Razorbacks played this weekend, and
he's not going to chew anybody out.
We got some great games coming up this weekend. I mean, really some monster games, including the Red River rivalry, which is Texas and OU, and you got Roger. You got
say that if you're fake Sterling.
Yeah, that's right. You got Oregon and Ohio State. You got LSU and Ole Miss, and so some really good games this weekend for Razorback fans. You can sit back and relax and.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I saw we got our power rankings, and I'll let you guys guess where we are in the power rankings.
And watching and looking at my paper of choice, the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, and hearing comments from Sam that hope that this restores some faith in the Hogs and all that, and pride. And listen, that game did it, and now I want to have that same thing happen against LSU, our homecoming team. I want that to happen. I am all in on the Hogs. Always have been. I'm more positive now.
Wow.
I just am.
Wow, Navy Raj.
It's not Navy Raj. It's not Navy Raj. I've never been Navy Raj. I've just been cynical Raj. Because I've been hurt so many times. It's like the lady that you're talking about that knows better than to date someone with an addiction. She's dated them many times, and she's scared of them now. So you just move on.
By the way, since you didn't have a song this week, we need to go back to.
I'll pull them up.
Yeah, we need to go back to Kathy's song from yesterday. If you missed it yesterday, Kathy delivered her spontaneous.
She's listening. She sang another one in during graffiti.
Did she?
Yeah, she did. She did, absolutely. And I've got a song. I'm working on it, and I may get it done. I don't think I'll be back in the studio until Friday because we're in Hot Springs tomorrow. No, wait a minute. Where are we? We're not back in the studio. I won't be back in the studio the rest of the week. Tomorrow we're in Hot Springs.
Okay. Well, we'll get Kathy. Kathy will fill it.
Kathy and Pigskin. Bring Pigskin in. Bruce, coming in tomorrow.
All right, 6:27. Don't go away.
Another man done gone. So Marie done some magic and she shook a little sand. Made $1 million and she put it.
Get in the conversation with the True Service Credit Union live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. In too deep, lower your rate when you move your loan to True Service. TrueService.net.
This is SportsCenter.
There's only one undefeated team left in the National Football League, and it's the reigning defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, who won again last night 26-13 against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr goes down in the game. Jake Haener has to step in for New Orleans at quarterback. For the Chiefs in this game, it was a big night from Kareem Hunt, who went over 100 yards on the ground. He also found the end zone, as did Xavier Worthy on the ground. Patrick Mahomes threw for over 300 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 catches for 130 yards on the evening. 2 games last night in the baseball playoffs. It was Detroit 3, Cleveland nothing, as that series is now even, and Kansas City beats the Yankees 4-2. That series is now even at a game apiece. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in central Arkansas. Today, sunny with a high of 79 in Little Rock and a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The night clear and chilly, a lot of us dropping into the 40s. Little Rock, a low of 51. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Scott Lucas Construction presents Bruce James every Tuesday morning this fall on Morning Mayhem. Bruce will break down each game, the opponent, and the Razorback program the only way he knows how, and that's with no punches pulled. Bruce James with David, Roger, and Justin on Morning Mayhem, presented by Scott Lucas Construction, servicing all of Central Arkansas, specializing in kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as home construction and all things remodel. Scott Lucas Construction. Find them on Facebook at Scott Lucas Construction.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. In 1930, Gandhi visited England. Disembarking at Southampton, he was overwhelmed by journalists asking question after question. One of them asked, "Mr. Gandhi, what do you think of modern civilization?" And Gandhi replied, "That would be a good idea." He understood that flourishing economies, mighty militaries, and technological innovation are no substitute for decency, honesty, kindness, and service. When it comes down to it, modern civilization will not be ushered in by futuristic inventions, but through old-fashioned values. Sign up at Doublebee's and pay with your Exxon credit card to get 10 cents off a gallon at the pump. Or pay at the pump with your Exxon or Phillips 66 mobile app at Doublebee's 34 locations. Doublebee's, it's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
This is Justin Acree. If you have hip or knee pain, it's time to see the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. I've known Dr. Lowry Barnes for years, and he is a Hall of Fame surgeon who has operated on many Hall of Famers like Terry Bradshaw and Sidney Moncrief. He refers to Dr. Jeff Stambo and Dr. Ben Stronach as the best joint surgeons in Arkansas, and they all work at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674.
Hey, Mom and Dad, are you looking to take your young athlete's game to the next level? Summerwood Sports in Bryan has got you covered. From basketball to volleyball, Summerwood Sports offers top-notch training for youth up to 7th grade. Whether your child prefers individual attention or small group sessions, we've got flexible setups to fit their needs. Our expert coaches help your athlete improve their skills, build confidence, and most importantly, have fun. Spaces fill up fast, so check availability now at summerwoodsports.com. Summerwood Sports, where young athletes train to be champions.
This is Miss Arkansas 2023 Corey Keller, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
He's a former Razorback standout in the trenches. He pulls no punches when it comes to talking Hogs football. Joining Morning Mayhem, it's Bruce James. Brought to you by Scott Lucas Construction, bringing ideas to reality.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning.
What's up,
Good morning.
buddy?
I'm telling you right now, you better listen to me, Roger. I haven't been this positive in 10 years about the Razorback.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So the water's fine. That's where I am too. You can't hear yourself? I don't know where you are.
Yeah, let's see. Are you
got it?
Okay, there you go.
Okay, yeah, see, well, I am too. I'm not trying to be negative, and even last week's song wasn't negative because it talked about swarming the field. It's just that I feel good about this team. I put it this way. I am one of those people that think this team is better than I thought it was earlier because of only past performances. That's all.
Well, I saw the real Razorback defensive play that I remembered for, years and years gone by. I really saw a team that could have folded, and I saw a defensive coordinator, and folks, we all going to have to get some money because he's going to be sought after.
Good. The defense is great, and everybody's saying that. And you two defensive gurus, you see it.
What was weird last year, the defense, he'd taken it from like 90 to like 30, and also in the last two games, Bruce, we just fell apart and just got hammered by Auburn, got hammered by Missouri, and so it took a little shine off his star. Now, this year, again, it's back to that same kind of play.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a good coach. I'm sure he had some motivation issues that he had to work with, but also, some of those guys are brand new. I mean, they had to learn how to play up to his expectations all. But when he came out with a 3-man front, showed we were playing against a freshman quarterback, the different fronts, the different things. And I'm going to go back and say this now because I really made the comment last week in regards that he should have certain people on the field in the fourth quarter. And then I got to thinking as I was watching the game go by, how am I to know who the best people are? He is watching the film after every game. He is a guy that is working with practice. He is a defensive coordinator from many different places. And then when I saw that watch how he is involved with them on the sidelines. You see the motivation. You can read what they're saying about it now. It's one of those guys that he really inspires the players. But it's not just that. His schemes are good.
Yeah.
And his bringing back the old Texas stunts and things like that we've seen some people do.
Is that what you've seen? It's not just players, Bruce. I mean, you've seen those things, the schemes that are working. He's working with the talent that he has.
And I saw old-fashioned football and from Tennessee's defensive line. They were crowding the ball, and then they would back off, trying to avoid angles of blocking, traps and things like that. That's their defensive coordinator, who I can't remember what his name is. He did a real good job with how they play the front four too. I just have to say that now you'll find out about the Razorback football team because they got a week off, and David and I both know that you can lose a lot of momentum in a week's time off. And maybe that's what happened to Tennessee. I don't really care what happened to them. We beat them. But we got to be very, very careful. And if we play the way we did defensively against LSU, as we did it against...
Stopping the run first.
Right,
that's what we do a good job
yeah.
of. No turnovers this past weekend, and that makes a big difference, too. And I tell you, Taylor Green was very accurate this past Saturday, throwing the ball. A lot of people complained about that, and he was on the money. And then the offensive line, when they needed to make blocks, they did it. They got it done.
Well, what they've done to the perception now, the Arkansas football team, and I thought of you during the ball game when Greg McElroy said before the season's over, the Razorback team's going to beat somebody they're not supposed to meet. 5 days later, they do. You remember he made that comment,
right?
It just shows that, and we all know this, looking at the Vanderbilt-Alabama game, that kind of thing. In the SEC, you just don't know what's going to happen week to week. But if he can he being the defensive coordinator, I'm talking specifically defense right now, that if he can keep playing that way and forcing people into errors and basically, he stopped the run and forced them to do things. He had them confused. I mean, and I'm not talking about our players. I'm talking about his schemes, what he was doing. Freshman quarterback. I mean, now you get into somebody that's been around 4 years, he's going to be a little more difficult. But I could not be more pleased with the effort, could not be more pleased with the crowd. They deserved it. We have all waited for something like this, a big, big victory. Like I said, we're going to have people coming after our defensive guys, defensive coaches is what I'm trying to say. I can assure you that because those guys can recruit also.
I want to note one thing. So I texted you about this during the game. We were talking with Walt last week about how they outlawed stemming.
Yeah.
Did you notice they stem with the two ends, though? Did you notice that at all?
I don't. It's almost like they allow some of it.
Well, I think it's just like the full, and Bruce, I'm not sure if you noticed this either. They have the two ends stem, but the tackle on the three-man front would stay stationary. And so I guess they must allow some of it because we talked about this like literally last week, didn't we? With Walt?
Yeah, well, he acted like you could not do it, but again, there's enough movement to where you see some of it happen, and maybe it's not the coordinated. Did you guys stem as a group? The whole defensive line. Did you guys
shift one direction for pre-snap?
See, we did that in our area. It was something we did quite a bit of, and so but now apparently we saw it against Oklahoma State. They were throwing flags left and right on it.
Well, we didn't do it as a front four. They might call an audible to. Let's say you've got the 2 technique becomes a 3 technique, the 5 becomes a 7, but not the whole front 4.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was a smart strategy because I mean it was working for them up front. Like they did not know where the pressure was going to come from, where those guys were going to rush. If they were going to go inside, if they were going to go stay outside. So Bruce spot on. Travis Williams called a hell of a game.
And I was looking, Raj. I think we've only beaten in our history 9 top 5 teams at home. And a lot of them, I'm looking at 1946, 1951, 1954, 1965, 1974, 1975, 1981, 1999. It has not happened many times. Right. They're making the argument.
USC team that they beat.
That was one of them. Yeah, that was 1974. They were number 5.
I don't know why I thought that was okay. I don't know why I thought that was earlier in 74.
And then in 75, you beat A&M in Little Rock. Of course, they were saying Little Rock's home too. It's not happened that often.
Huh.
So
at home, as you say.
Talk about the old argument about should you run on the field. It hadn't happened 25 years in Fayetteville. It is what it is. But yeah, the Razorbacks now, and then you see you got 2 players of the week. You got the freshman of the week, Malachi Singleton, quarterback, and then you got Fernando Carmona as a co-offensive line. And I'll tell you, he got whipped multiple times against A&M, so it was good to see him bounce back and play well against.
Played well against.
Yeah.
Is that fine? Is it 250?
It's 250, I think. Yeah.
From now on, every game
it goes to 500.
It does. Is that the max?
500.
And then 5 max.
Yes.
I don't know if I was listening to the Zone yesterday or not. So it starts out at the 1, and then it's 250, and then it's 5. And then it's 5 for every other game.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I didn't know.
661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. Today is the National Hero Day, and today's National Face Your Fears Day. Bruce, you gave us a very unique fear that most people in this neck of the woods probably wouldn't relate to, and it is
sharks.
It is sharks. So
you and I grew up on the Gulf, and we both fished in the Gulf and all that, and all my years of wade fishing up to my chest and things like that at some of the barrier islands.
Have you ever been nicked? Have you ever been nicked by a shark, like swim through your legs or bump your leg, bump your foot or anything?
I couldn't be sure it was a shark, but I've had fish do that and all that. But I've caught enough of them that when you get them in the boat, you don't want to fool with them either. But yeah, I mean now it's for whatever reason. As you know, when you were growing up, you didn't have a shark problem down in Panama City. I mean, everybody's got shark problems everywhere.
And then you had Jaws come out, as Josh mentioned during the break. And for me, at that time, I think we were, I guess, in maybe an 8th or 9th grade or something. And that was a sort of a scary deal because we'd never seen a movie like that. And
Well, I have totally quit wade fishing.
Because of that?
Because of that.
Well, there have been more attacks.
Yeah.
By the way, too, we haven't talked about it, Roger. First, that storm is going to go right through Tampa. Didn't Tampa just John Daly? We'll have John Daly on today.
I saw his girlfriend tweet out
Anna
FML. Yeah, because she said just when you thought
FML,
F my life.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to USF's supposed to play Memphis on Friday night. I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, my sister-in-law lives in Orlando, and her daughter lives an hour north of that. What's up? What's an hour north?
From Ocala?
Orlando, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway,
or Gainesville, rather.
Yeah, maybe.
But they just got through. They didn't take a direct hit, but they said Tampa's never taken a direct hit. But that storm's really weird. It's going west to east. I mean, it's sort of a weird track. Man, they just got through dealing with all that water.
Yeah.
It's not going to be over. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be into December probably this year. I don't know. I mean, the water is still so hot down there, and
that's what they were saying.
Yeah, it's not cooling off. So
we've got
crazy. Asheville, North Carolina, which is like in the mountains.
I know.
Yeah.
Underwater.
I know. Well, that's the effects of that.
Is that crazy?
It's actually I think where my sister-in-law lived before she moved to Orlando.
Yeah, she's going to get wet either way. Roger is abbreviated stay today.
Abbreviated stay.
We're doing our checkups this week, Bruce.
Right.
I get the finger test today.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. I got to hustle. Then I'm getting my knee checked for my knee replacement Thursday. Roger, you're doing heart today.
Doing heart today.
And then colonoscopy on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Heart and the booty. Yeah.
Now, are you ready to give away $103.70 today?
I'm prepared
Okay.
if we are going to do it.
I presume we're going to do it.
Okay.
With Scott Lucas, Scott Lucas Construction. Will it be just something random? Will it be?
No, I guess what we're going to do, I was
Do a
thinking about
double
it.
LSU?
We'll just do a double LSU. So I would know the series of the LSU-Arkansas series for lifetime.
By the way, if you look the last 4 games we played LSU, they're all been one-score games. So it doesn't matter how good they are or where we are. It's always going to be a close game with us.
It's our homecoming, which tells me right there no respect for LSU.
Right. Does it seem darker for 6:45? You sense it moving?
Yep.
It's moving. All right, don't go away.
Hey folks, I'm going to come off like a grandpa here, but just bear with me. I know life can get pretty busy and hectic these days. You're rushing from one place to another trying to keep up with that daily grind. But I've learned a thing or two over the years, and here's one for you. When you're behind the wheel, that rush can be downright dangerous. Now, driving just a little bit over the speed limit might not seem like much, but let me tell you, in a collision with a pedestrian or a cyclist, those few extra miles per hour could mean the difference between life and death. And let me ask you, getting somewhere a couple of minutes faster worth someone's life? I didn't think so. So let's take care of each other out there. Follow those posted speed limits, and while we're at it, put that phone down. You can't watch out for pedestrians and cyclists if you're busy looking at a text. And for goodness sake, don't block crosswalks and intersections. Give folks a safe spot to cross the road. Don't forget, stay away from alcohol and drugs while you're driving too, because they're only going to mess with your judgment and reaction time. The world's busy enough without us making it more dangerous. Walking and biking on our roads shouldn't feel like a risk. So let's look out for each other when we're behind the wheel. Drive aware, Arkansas. Save lives. A message from the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
If you're sick of this election already, the back and forth, the mudslinging, and hearing about why this person is right for you, know this: the payroll company is tired of it too. That's why they're offering election payroll relief. 2 whole months of payroll for free. Plus, new customers will get 50% off setup fees. This offer is good now through November 5th. Finally, a reason to get excited about an election year. The Payroll Company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Mickey Hennard for our service department at Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Whether it's Kubota, Vermeer, or steel, our team will take care of you. Family owned for over 30 years, Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown Kubota dealer, no matter where you live.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
Listen for Champs and Chumps Fridays during the Zone. Brought to you by D.R. Horton, America's #1 home builder. Currently building homes in Maumelle and Alexander. Find them online at drhorton.com. D.R. Horton is an equal housing builder.
Arkansas is special. Our people are honest and hardworking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is pure Arkansas. We were raised here, we live here, and we're straight shooters. Unfortunately, out-of-state lawyers who care nothing about Arkansas are advertising for your legal business. They don't understand that you don't hand Arkansans a pile of cow dung and try to tell us it's a rose. Don't be just a number. Call the Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
The Arkansas State Fair is back, and that's music to our ears. And the Bank OZK Concert Series is going back to Barton Coliseum with some epic shows, like Chase Rice with Ella Langley, Sunday, October 13th. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7. Best of all, fair admission is free when you purchase a concert ticket. You're not going to want to miss a minute of this show, so get your tickets now for the Bank OZK Concert Series at ArkansasStateFair.com. See y'all there.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drop Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Hey, listen, we do have a winner.
Okay, who's the winner?
For the Razorback tickets, we need Ballskin guy to call back.
So he can call us back. So today or tomorrow, the guy who said balls, not nutsack.
We know who you are, so call in.
Ballskin guy, call us back today or tomorrow.
Let's don't celebrate it.
And here's the deal.
Josh, let's just think about what you just said. Did you ever dream when you wanted to get into this that's what you would be saying? Not nutsack guy, Ballskin guy.
Word.
Oh
the potty mouth. Come on, Betty Lou. Help us out.
Have you heard? So good.
Come on, Bruce.
I'm enjoying watching you, Roger.
The great Bob Seger. Josh, did you correct your sports slam? I knew that's where you got.
Yeah.
I started seeing the messages. Every once in a while, you're not perfect, are you? Josh has said that Kansas City was the only.
In his apartment complex, he's not walking on water.
Roger knows this too. Roger knows this. Whenever we screw up, Baz gets this really big smile. So he goes,
Yes.
You're not perfect, are you?
You know why? Because you guys are always correcting my mistakes, and so that's every once in a while.
We are not.
That's right. That's right.
You are so few and far between.
I have them all the
You're
time.
like a comet. We see yours, and we go. We gotta celebrate it.
This is totally untrue though, because I'll be like, "That's not the handball you're talking about." Baz goes, "Yeah, no, it is." He's like, "No, I'm actually correct about this." I'm like, "No, you're not."
Everything. And you know what? And you're so defiant. And in general, you want to be so defiant. You are just begging as you're talking to him for you to be right.
Great to have Bruce James here, brought to you by Scott Lucas Construction.
Thank
He'll
you,
give away
Scott
$103.70 a little bit later. Also, Dan Mullen yesterday was good. You know, he's no Greg McElroy as far as dynamic goes, but I thought he said some really good things about Arkansas and about Taylon Green. This guy's coached a lot of great quarterbacks in his time.
Yeah, he's a guru.
And he loves the South now. There's a clip here. I'm going to have Josh play some of his clips. He said, what did he say? His wife said, something about moving north to Mississippi was about.
He says his kids are born in Mississippi,
That's right? Yeah.
So that's.
I'm sure Michael Marion was there.
He was not there.
He wasn't there.
He was there in Nashville.
Yeah.
A couple of
cat that won. I'm sorry, the cat that won the big poster. His was a Florida fan.
Yeah, that's right.
That was, and that picture of him was with his Florida gear on. So.
And he really, he won double-digit wins with Florida, like 10 wins and 11 wins before he had a bad year. I mean, I'm sure Florida looks around and says, "Man, probably wish we had him now."
Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah. Well, let me just say this: he's one of he did something that I've never seen any other coach.
Yeah, I know what you're going.
The class act of when.
Oh, okay.
When he left Mississippi State, he took out a full-page ad in the Jackson, the Clarion Ledger. He also put up on billboards thanking Mississippi State and he and his wife and all that. I never seen that before.
Well, I thought you were going to say he did something that nobody had done. He took them to number one.
Oh yeah, number one, only time in history. Yeah.
How about, remember they were number one. Ole Miss was number two.
Number two.
It was weird. That was crazy.
And he loaded the Mississippi State team up with native Mississippians. He had a lot of players that were local in that time.
We'll hear some of his comments here a little bit later. Somebody says here, today is National Face Your Fears Day today. Roger and I are not big on heights and not big on cramped spaces. Josh he doesn't like ledges. Bruce does not like sharks. Here's one that said, "I'm afraid of burglars." And I guess somebody coming in at night or whatever, or I presume that's what it is. I could see how that's a fear.
I think everybody is, but I mean, it's the first time. Unless you're crazy Joe Davola, he leaves his door open. He encourages intruders.
Someone says here on our D3 Auto Sales text line, why do they fine us $250,000 and Vandy only got $100,000? Because that's the first time Vandy has rushed the field, probably since in the last, or maybe ever.
Basketball's been terrible.
That's right, basketball is included. Well, someone said here, as a female watching Coach Will on the sideline had me so fired up, I was ready to go tackle someone. It's so refreshing to see someone who's so motivating. We must hold on to him. That's his style.
Yeah, it's his style.
He shows his emotion out there, and as you mentioned, he's got SEC background and obviously played at Auburn, and
he's got a great staff. With Adams and all the staff that he's got, they're handpicked. Those guys came.
Yes, that's right.
It's going to be a big challenge. Just saw it happen last. Good programs. I mean, Jim Knowles from Oklahoma State
went to Ohio State.
You just saw Blake Baker from Missouri go to LSU.
Yep.
Sometimes you can throw as much money as you can at these guys, and they'll still end up elsewhere. So it's going to be a chore to keep Travis Williams.
That's no question about that. Coming up a little bit later, we'll visit with John Daly at 7:30. Again, his family's facing storm situations down there in Tampa. William Clark, who's doing the new clubhouse over at PV, which is going to be on national TV. I mean, I'm telling you, Little Rock's going to be on national TV on the Golf Channel for 3 days in a row. So Ernie Murray will be checking in with us about the tip-off practice that they're having at both Hot Springs and Pine Bluff.
Very good.
Everybody will have a chance to see. We'll try to play a little match game since Roger will not be here. Someone says here, what's the reason, Bruce, for our defense lining up almost a full yard from the line of scrimmage? Tennessee was really crowding the line with their pressure defense.
You and I off mic a while ago were talking about it. I'm assuming that they were backing off, stop the run to create a different angle for the offensive line blocking, trap blocks, things like that. Normally, you would not want to do. I would have to say it was part of they were bound and determined to back off the line, and then once they read it and the linebackers let it, then they would go to the gaps where they could read it better. I don't know. I've never really particularly liked being backed off the line like that, but it worked for whatever reason.
Coming up in the 7:00 hour, I want you to remind me let's talk about what I thought was the best hustle play I've seen from a long time from our defense. We'll get into it in the next hour. How about the games this coming up weekend? Razorbacks aren't playing, but you got Ohio State and Oregon 2-3, Texas versus OU 1-18, Ole Miss LSU 9-13, and Penn State number 4 at USC. Just it's weird seeing these Pac-12 teams play these Big Ten teams. It's just bizarre.
And that'd be a bowl.
What's that?
They're all Big Ten teams now.
Well, yeah, it's true, but I'm still in my mind they're West Coast teams, and how about you see Minnesota and USC? Yeah. It's just weird. It's just bizarre, and then you see Miami out there on the West Coast.
How about those road trips?
Oh my gosh,
I wouldn't want to be doing that myself as a player.
I did have some baseball last night. Detroit ties the series up with Cleveland. They win 3-0. Yankees go down to Kansas City. Joe Klein has to be happy about that. Sure, Rebecca too. Yeah. Series is tied 1-1 today. You got you got Josh's Mets. They're hosting Philadelphia at 4:00 today. That series is tied at 1-1. And the Dodgers at San Diego at 8 tonight. That series is tied 1-1.
So Joe and Rebecca are all in with KC. I don't know about our buddy Ricky Thomas. I just hear him talk about the Chiefs. I never see him wear anything Royals or anything else. So I wonder.
Some don't do both. Also, we got to talk about Malachi Moore. What an embarrassment that was. And you know what drives me crazy?
Yeah.
And then all the coaches go, well, it's okay. He's been such a good leader. It was selfish. It was embarrassing. They need to run his butt every day. One of the other.
They talked about what a great leader this guy is.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he would not come off the field. The defensive coordinator sent another player in, and the guy said no. I'm going to tell you, Nick Saban would have been, matter of fact, one of the other captains said, take the C off his chest. Take the C off his chest for a couple games because he doesn't deserve to be out there.
One of the other captains of Alabama?
One of the former captains.
Okay.
So now I could be a complete, S. But now I get to come back and apologize. I'm sorry, I lost my emotion. Shut up. I'm so sick of people going, I lost my emotion. Shut up. Well, you know what? You're going to run every day for the next week then. It just drives me crazy.
I totally agree with you. Has Coach Saban made any comments?
No, not yet. Yeah,
this guy 23 also.
What's that?
Malachi Moore's 23.
This guy backed DeBoer.
Younger than in prison.
They backed DeBoer when he came in. That's why he feels loyal to him. Roger, go get your
So what happened to the Tennessee player that apologized for pushing?
I don't think anything happened at this point.
Well, in Sling Blade, dude did a lot of things and then said, "No, I'm sorry. I love your mother," and so it was all forgiven, right?
Yes, I guess so. We'll see. All right, Raj. See you, buddy.
I'll see you in a minute.
Go get tested. All right, 7 o'clock.
Why so serious? sports talk, and entertainment.
Let's put a smile on that face.
103.7 The Buzz.
The North Little Rock Air Show takes flight this Friday and Saturday at the North Little Rock Airport. Special Friday night show. Skilled pilots perform jaw-dropping aerial stunts shooting fireworks. Gates open at 3:30 Friday. Gears up at 5. Saturday gates open at 9. Planes take to the air at 11. Reserved seating and VIP experience available. $20 for both days and kids 12 and under free. Static displays, car show, monster trucks, kids zone, and bounce houses. NLRairshow.com for tickets and reserved seating or VIP experience. Fort Thompson is having a Benelli and Drake sale October 10th and 11th. All Benelli shotguns receive a blind bag and gun case. Also, register in-store to win a $1,000 Drake waterfowl package at Fort Thompson's in Sherwood.
Honda of North Little Rock is under new ownership. You owe it to yourself to come see the newly remodeled showroom as it's overflowing with new and used inventory of Honda and Yamaha ATVs and motorcycles. Don't miss out on the great deals. Meet the new owners and GM Al Hanmaker. That's Honda of North Little Rock, 4524 MacArthur Drive.
The last bastion of quality programming.
Why would you listen to any other radio station than 103.7 The Buzz? KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
RDOT is preparing to begin another phase of traffic shifts on the Interstate 30 River Bridge in Little Rock and North Little Rock this weekend. Construction on I-30 will close all westbound lanes with detours from 10 p.m. Friday, October 11th through 5 a.m. Monday, October 14th. Eastbound traffic will not be affected by construction. This will be the second of 3 phases of traffic shifts to transition onto the River Bridge. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff's marching musical machine of the Mid-South Band has returned home from Atlanta with an accomplishment they can be proud of for life. It all started when the Golden Lions played the Razorbacks at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. During the game, the band performed Kingdom, the entrance music of WWE star Cody Rhodes. Video of that performance was then shared online. Rhodes saw it, reached out, and asked the band to perform at WWE's Bad Blood event. Band members say it was the trip of a lifetime. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
It's your Razor Hog update as Out of Bounds keeps you updated from the hill. Presented by Bradford Marine and ATV, your Can-Am Super Headquarters. BradfordMarine.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in central Arkansas. Today, sunny with a high of 79 in Little Rock and a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The night clear and chilly, a lot of us dropping into the 40s. Little Rock, a low of 51. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Morning Mayhem at the North Little Rock Air Show Friday morning as pilots prepare for a 2-day show. Special Friday night performance with fireworks. Gates open at 3:30 Friday afternoon and 9 a.m. for the Saturday show. $20 for both days. Kids 12 and under are free. VIP and reserved seating available online at NLRairshow.com.
Hey, it's David BAZZEL for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has hot spring and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville carries Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems that I use in my hot tub. So don't miss out and start the process of getting your new hot tub today. And next summer will be here before you know it, so start planning today for your new pool. It's a huge investment, and having a company that you can trust is crucial. Jeremy and Shane Lawson build the pools themselves, so they'll know every inch of your new pool. They're trained professionals specializing in custom in-ground concrete pools with tanning ledges, grottos, infinity edges, automated pools, and more. The fine folks at Luxury Pool and Spa even built the head hog, Sam Pittman's pool. The Lawson family have been building pools since 1976. That's 5 decades of trustworthy pool builders. When you have a pool issue, Luxury Pool and Spa are a simple phone call away. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. Online at LuxuryPoolArkansas.com. We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and sausage jambalaya for only $7.49 per pound, with corn souffle for $5.99 per pound.
Saracen Casino is Arkansas's closest place to play, and this month, you could win Toyota's all-new First Edition Land Cruiser from Trotter Toyota. This new-look Land Cruiser is the perfect example of legendary styling, and it could be yours on October 26th just for playing your favorite slot and table games at Saracen Casino. Take your chance at winning a First Edition Land Cruiser.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Need a bathroom or kitchen remodeled? Call Scott Lucas Construction. Scott Lucas has been in the business since 2010. They specialize in all things remodeling. What started as new home construction has evolved to become Central Arkansas's leading home renovation company. The Scott Lucas team is passionate about reimagining spaces, helping breathe new life into your home. If you're ready to imagine what your home can be, call 501-499-5885 or visit their Facebook page. Scott Lucas Construction, bringing ideas to reality.
You know, I couldn't stop talking about it to my family and friends. My knees are my trouble spot. But for me to tell them now that I'm doing so much better, they were amazed, and I've been amazed.
QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies. Yes, it is amazing how these non-surgical treatments deliver joint pain relief for patients like Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor.
Each week, I just started noticing that I could sleep and not have pain. I could play pickleball. I could do a CrossFit exercise routine.
QC Kinetics revitalizes your joints so you can move again without the pain pills or invasive surgery.
You know, I'm 60 years old and I want to stay competitive as long as I can. And QC has allowed me to do that. They did me right and really made a difference in my life.
Book your free consultation with QC Kinetics today and experience the difference for yourself.
I like to go, move, move, move.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
What does it feel like to know it matters to others how you're doing? What's weighing on your mind? That you're happy right now, that your body's healthy, and that those around you are taken care of too. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind. So you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If I can change.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
And you can change.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Everybody can change.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, 7:06 on this Tuesday, October 8th. Beautiful morning, man. The temp is turning, and I love it. And great to have Bruce James in this morning, brought to you by Scott Lucas Construction. Bruce will be giving away $103.70 here in about 20 minutes. That has to do with
LSU Arkansas football series.
We'll also visit with William Clark and see how things are coming out there at PV. You know, who else do we know is a member? I know Joe Klein's a member of Pleasant Valley. There's a lot of folks that we know, and that place is going to be on display for the nation to see the week of October 20th, the 21st through the 27th. We'll also visit with our buddy John Daly, Ernie Murray, and more. We'll play a little match game, too. We're also asking, what are your fears? What are your fears? We've had a lot. Bruce James is sharks. Josh's is ledges. Mine is heights and cramped spaces.
So is Rogers.
Yes. It's also National Hero Day. A lot of heroes out there, Bruce. There's a picture in the paper today of a fireman fighting. I'm going to show it to you if I have it. Check out this. Look at this picture here. It's on the state page. I mean, these guys, these firemen and firewomen who have to face this kind of thing every day, man. It's and I'm sure for these guys that are out there in the heat, it's much better to have the temperature as today. Bruce, you're very high, by the way, too. If you missed it last night, Chiefs win 26-13, 5-0. Josh, along with the Vikings, two undefeated teams in the league. Even when they play okay, Pat Mahomes is almost unstoppable. I mean, he just finds ways to get open. And if you heard the end of the show yesterday with Justin Akery and our show talking about our picks on Oaklawn, we're proud to do that on the Oaklawn Sports app. I finally had a good weekend. It was 5-1 on college picks, 4-0 with NFL. So thanks for their support. And 67% with college, which is pretty good, they say. Yeah. I'm about 50% on NFL, not so good, but I'm making progress. But anyway, love doing those. Could be some really good games to watch this weekend.
It really is.
You and I have debated on whether or not open weeks are good. But I think that this one, we don't have any tight ends. All the tight ends we have are all beat up.
Yep.
So that will help. And so I do think we get well. We get 2 weeks to prepare for LSU, and LSU is coming off what's going to be a pretty big physical game against Ole Miss.
An emotional game.
Emotional game.
The Ole Miss LSU rivalry goes forever back, and they're going to be not concentrating on anybody but Ole Miss. And you're right. Anytime that you have injured players and you can get them, a week off, then that's a lot better. But if you got a healthy team,
that's right. You want to keep playing. You don't play. That's right.
Get out of your rhythm.
Houston Nutt did say yesterday on the show, you get a full week of people patting you on the back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama.
Reading your press clipping.
I think Alabama had a whole lot of that last week after they let Georgia take the lead. They go down the field and score against Georgia, and then end up winning that game. I think it was pretty clear there was some patting on the back, and then they looked at Vanderbilt and said, "Okay, we can do this." So I think it's probably good from a health standpoint and from all right, get all that out of your system, big win. And you can refocus next week.
Great clip from Vanderbilt. I don't know if you've seen it, Bruce, where as the fans are running on the field, they're playing Nick Saban talk that day. I think it was done early in the week, right, with Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I think so.
He was saying where are the toughest places to play. He said all of them are tough except for Vanderbilt.
Oh no!
And so they played that at the end of the game. So cool, Nashville. So cool.
Yeah.
I watched one more video of them taking that goalpost 3.5 miles
all the way down.
I mean, it was that's commitment to get there.
And this I got, after that ball game and us beating Tennessee, our friend Ted Coy sent me a long thing, and he said that represents why we all love college football. Is the upset with Alabama and Vanderbilt.
That's right.
and us beating Tennessee, and it is. I mean that's college football.
It's especially unranked. You had 4 teams that were unranked beat ranked teams in the top 11. Hadn't happened since 2016. Right now, Bruce, ESPN the power rankings. I'll let Josh take a shot. Where do you think they have us ranked nationally?
Just in the SEC, or
no, this is nationally? Yeah.
How many teams they rank?
I think they ranked all of them, all the 132.
27.
What do you think, Bruce?
Probably 31.
30. So both of you are pretty close.
That's about right.
So what do you think, Bruce? Do you feel good about the LSU game? Do you feel good about Mississippi State? You feel good about Ole Miss? Or what's your outlook now? You said this is the best you felt about a Razorback team in a while.
Well, I mean, that's a killer's row right there.
Right. And Texas too. Yeah,
and you got Texas in there. You're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to play like you did against Tennessee every week.
Yeah,
you got to play that, and you got
them at home.
And you got to be better offensively.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to take
score points if you're going to win.
Right.
We can't win it with 16 points or whatever. I mean, you're going to have to do that. But if you can get your defense playing like that every week,
defense gives you a chance.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and cut out the mistakes, obviously those kind of things. But yeah. I mean, now we went preseason looking at these things automatically saying we're probably not going to be
right.
That's changed.
And that's something. Well, we saw that when we played. Now we found out that obviously Texas A&M's a pretty good football team.
Yeah,
maybe the most improved team in the SEC, and they're looking good. And it's all of a sudden
coached.
We were beating them, Bruce, in the fourth quarter.
Right.
We were ahead of them, and so now all of a sudden the expectation is okay. There's nobody on this schedule, Bruce, that we can't step on the field and play with and have a chance to win. We got to play great.
Right.
But one of my favorite plays, I want to get this up before we call.
Yeah, you're
going
to tell me. I'm interested to hear this.
So the last play of the game, I don't know if you saw it. The last play where Nico, the quarterback for Tennessee, he gets outside our contain.
Right.
I forget who it was. If it was Landon Jackson, lost contain. But Gregory, number 50, the basically playing the middle, like nose guard position.
Big boy ran all the way across.
He did.
I saw that.
320 pounds. He looked like he was about 250 the way he was running. If he had not gotten over there, he pressured Gregory to get out of bounds. I mean, Nico to get out of bounds.
He felt him coming.
If he had not been that, and that's not his responsibility. Most guys in the middle would not have made that hustle, and to make him throw the ball. Well, he didn't even throw it. He ended up forced him out of bounds. That's the kind of hustle I've been talking about. That's what makes me proud to be a Razorback.
And I saw the same thing, and that's one of the reasons I said this is the best I've seen our D-line in a long, long time. You chase the football. You get the right. You don't just quit. Like he didn't quit. I mean, he wasn't normally going to be there. I mean, 260. What does he weigh?
He's 320.
320. Well, he was running like he was 250.
Yeah, and I was. By the way, Justin Moore joins us. Hey, JM. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Just talking about the play by Gregory there on the end. I hadn't heard anybody talk about
he's
it.
He's an inside guy.
He's an inside guy. And we lost contain, which usually, and that's how they completed the 50-yarder. We lost contain on Nico.
Yeah, and he even took the right angle of pursuit to run him. And that's what it takes. I mean, and you're right, it's rare.
That's the kind of hustle I'm talking about, Justin. Man, that's as a defensive player. When I saw that, I'm like, yes. I mean, he helped.
I've seen a bunch of national guys even talk about because when we win, I'll watch everything. Yeah. When we lose, I don't watch anything.
I know,
but that's the fan in me. But watching all these national guys, even I think it was Doring. I just watched a video with him and Peter Burns, and they were talking about effort and the effort our defense played with being unbelievable.
Yep.
And so that's exactly what you guys are talking about right now.
Man, it's just to see guys giving that effort, because a lot of time in defense, Bruce, that's what it's about. Yeah. It's about multiple guys going. I mean, that guy didn't have the responsibility to have contain, but he knew. And I'm telling you, you saw him. I was thinking, look at his feet. For a guy who's 6'4", 320, and I have not, I don't think he's produced as much as maybe we expected, being an 8th-year senior, whatever he is. But yeah, it was just good to see him make that play.
How many times?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, how many times have we been on our thread between Baz, Raj, and Josh, and we go, just make one play.
Yeah,
make one play. Just make one play.
That's always a time for a break.
Well, and then we seemingly always come up short, and not a lot of people will break that play down like you guys just did, but y'all played the game at a high level, and I just seeing that effort. Whether they threw it into the end zone and unfortunately beat us or whatever at that point, just to see him chasing him out of bounds instead of just standing there looking, was awesome.
Yeah,
Justin, everybody in here, that's what great football teams have every week.
Yeah, it's great effort. Great effort. Yeah,
and I'm certainly not. Justin is sort of in the music industry. What you are, I'm assuming, consistency of how your band or anybody's band plays every week to the top. And football's no different. I mean, if you're a defensive player, your job when you walk out there is get to the football.
Well, I love what, Justin, we've been using your line the last couple of weeks, and Sully's picked up on it. Justin says, it just seems at times, as a fan base, we can't have nice things. Every time we think we're going to get to that, finally we get nice things. So we're getting recognition, respect. You beat a top 25. You beat a top 5 team for the first time in 25 years, and now all of a sudden
that is hard to believe.
I know.
But hey, I'll tell you this. I was just thinking about this, and I just want to say this before I forget it. But so my preseason picks.
Yes,
and I don't even know if I made them known.
Right.
But I don't know if you remember our. What's it called? Countdown to kickoff?
Right. Yeah.
We all had to make a pick.
Yep.
I picked us to beat Tennessee, and I picked us. I think I didn't do a video for A&M, but I had us losing to A&M. My point is, had I stayed with my preseason, I would have been right. I'd be undefeated.
Yeah.
But I had after watching Tennessee and after watching A&M a couple of weeks ago, I go, we ain't gonna beat Tennessee, but I think we can beat A&M.
How about that?
And they've kind of reversed roles.
They have.
I thought the finishing by the defense, particularly a week after A&M carved them up in the last couple drives, that to me, like you saw both sides of it, right? The A&M game, they were making mistakes. They had the offsides late in that game.
Right.
They had the personal foul, I think, late in that game. They let Reed go right down the field in the end of that game. To see them finish Tennessee game after not finishing the A&M game, to me, it spoke a lot about the defense.
This is what has occurred now that they have proven they can give the effort.
Yeah.
They have shown you that they can give the effort. If now I watch this football team and they don't play that way, I'm not talking about winning the ball game, but if they give that same effort every game, that's all I ask.
Right. Yeah, that's
But if I mean, did you just get up for this game, or have y'all just get up? Did the coach get you so pumped up you decided to play with everything you had inside of you? The coach doesn't need to get you pumped up. If you're a real football player, you're going to go out there and play that way every week. So we're going to watch and see what they're going to do.
Another great effort. I know we got to get to William Clark here in a second. The other thing is that they only gave up two big plays. They get the long
hospital
run.
ball, the hospital ball at the end.
That's right.
It's not really.
And the yards after catch, which Steve Sullivan really likes to look at. When you see yards after catch very minimum, that means you're tackling well and you're running to the ball. You're more than
especially
one defender.
against that team.
You're fundamentally sound.
Yeah,
that offense is built off getting guys in space.
That's right.
That's the entire point of that offense to get guys in space.
And that's also too that 3-2-6 where you're sort of overpopulating the secondary helps with that. Right. So hey, let's go to the Hodges Glass Little Rock Glass Hotline and talk to William Clark. Good morning, William. How are you?
What do you say, Bass?
Listen, William Clark, before we get to what you're doing out there out west, man, I know you're a big Razorback supporter. You have been for a long time. I know you had to think that was an awesome win Saturday on the Hill as well.
Yeah, it was. It reminded me of some of those old Houston Nut teams where we'd have those big wins, and it just made you just proud to be a Razorback.
Yeah.
Especially the last couple of years, last season and a half. It just, to me, it was so big for not just the team that night, beating a top 5 team, but just the program, Pittman, the fans have stuck with them. It just made me proud. And I hope it's just a springboard. I love everything y'all have been saying about, are they going to bring that effort every week? Because, I don't see a team on our schedule we couldn't beat.
Right. Yeah.
Coming up.
Yep.
So,
and that's what you hope for.
A lot of people were hoping, maybe 5 wins this year. Look at this schedule. But, who's to say we can't finish 8-4? Well, we could.
It's funny, Justin. That's right, William. I was supposed to have knee replacement surgery at some point, so I thought at the beginning of the year, maybe I'll put it on, do it in December. Because didn't know if we were going to go to a bowl game. I was like, well, looks like we're going to a bowl game. Looks like I'll have to move that knee surgery back to January, I guess. So, hey, listen, we know you're busy, William. We won't take long. Hey, we just want to give you a pat on the back. And we've got the Simmons Bank Championship coming up at PV, Pleasant Valley. And, Justin, you ought to see, I don't know how many times you played at Pleasant Valley, but it's really
maybe 2 or 3.
It's really a good golf course. But what you've been challenged to do in the, 15 months or something like that, William, is to take the clubhouse, Bruce, which was built in 1968. You've had to completely gut that whole thing and get it ready by September. And Roger and I got a chance to play out there the other day, and it looks spectacular. And I've heard you're the founder of Clark Contractors. Your dad was obviously a business Hall of Famer here in this state, but somebody made the comment, we've never seen William at a job site as much as this one to make sure, because the national cameras, Golf Channel will be there, obviously in a couple of weeks. But congratulations, and I know you're getting close.
Thank you. Yeah. So we got awarded that job literally about 3 years ago. And about a year into the pre-construction phase where we're budgeting things and all that, they sign up this tournament. And so we had a hard deadline. This is just like, school starting. You got to have school ready by August 10th or whatever it is. And we had a deadline we couldn't miss. So we piled the resources on it. Did a lot of great planning, and I say on that clubhouse, we literally just knocked all the 1970 off the building. We replaced reframed the roof, we replaced every light fixture, all the floors, everything is brand new, windows, and it just looks spectacular. And a matter of fact, the grandstands that they're building for the tournament behind around 18 green, they're leaving the back open so that you can see the clubhouse, which they said that normally clubhouse facilities aren't that big a deal in these clubs that host PGA tournaments like this, and they're going to be showcasing it. So it's a lot of pressure off me because my name's on that fence around that job site. I had to get it done.
Well, listen, you're obviously you founded this your company obviously back in 2009, and then you were on the board at Simmons, and you're a member at Pleasant Valley, so you had it coming at you at all angles, didn't you?
Yeah, I was in either a no win or no lose situation, but the pressure was coming from every angle, but we've got a great team, and we just did whatever we had to do to get it done. And I'll tell you, the golf course looks so good right now. that the clubhouse is going to have a tough time keeping up with how good the golf course is. It is going to be spectacular.
We're visiting William Clark, the CEO and founder of Clark Contractors. Justin, you played on enough nice golf courses. When you're going up 18, the really cool courses have really cool clubhouses that set it off. And the one that was there before, again, it was built in '68. It just didn't have that presence like you see on the higher tier in the TV, that a lot of times you see on courses. This one, and how do you describe it, William? What that architecture style? What is that look when you see it?
Well, now it just looks like just an old Southern clubhouse with that wraparound porch.
Yeah.
It's almost like a farmhouse.
Yeah.
And it's inside. It's just so much more light in there and open, and the views of the golf course that actually reminded me, Baz, we're being on the tournament board. We're also worried about selling tickets, getting people there.
Yeah.
And there's a ticket package called the Arkansas Champions Club that gets you access to the clubhouse all 3 days, breakfast, lunch, snacks, drinks. You can stand on the terrace and watch the 18th hole. It'd just be a spectacular way to watch this tournament.
Well, those are my favorites when you're coming up 18 and you're finishing and you see all the people. You could, if you're in the clubhouse or outside on the patio or whatever, or the porch, you can see the golfers coming in. I always thought that was
great design when you do it that way. Yeah. Evans Dietz is listening. He said, William Clark is a stud and a great golfer. So, listen, hey, the main thing, and I know Justin would agree, Justin represents our state across the country, in a big way. And this is what this is about. This Simmons Bank Championship, you've got the 54 best golfers in the world that are senior tour players that have won majors back when they were on the regular tour. And it's going to be, our city's going to be, and that golf course is going to be on national TV. And so every bit helps in having this clubhouse done. $18 million renovation, but congratulations, William, on getting it turned and getting it done in time. And everybody, it's going to be great for the nation to see what a beautiful course and clubhouse that will be when you're ready to show it off. I guess, will you have a ribbon cutting or the official, hey, we're open, or is it you basically saying it's open now?
Well, we've kind of had a little soft opening for the members, but pretty much when the Golf Channel starts airing coverage on Friday, will be kind of that'll be my ribbon cutting, because that officially means I'm done.
Awesome, buddy. Well, listen, hey, thanks for jumping on with us. Congratulations, great work, and look forward to seeing the finished product here in a couple weeks.
All right, thanks, Bass, and go Hogs.
Go Hogs, thanks. That's William Clark. October 21st through the 27th, it's the Simmons Bank Championship. Sterling, call back. We're going to visit with John Daly. We're going to visit with John Daly, and JM, it looks like Tampa is going to get hit again. And, we just talked with John the other day about him losing his houses, and they may get hit again.
Kate and I were just talking about it, and obviously her being from South Louisiana, she's much more educated and familiar with these things than I am, but this one looks pretty salty.
It is more
nasty.
More rain, more water. I mean, this country is the Helene.
No, it'll make the top 10. It's pushing 200 miles an hour. It won't hit at that.
Yeah,
Is it going golf to across?
It's going. It's a weird path, Justin. It's going west to east and almost sideways instead of going north that you normally see. So
you hope it doesn't go across and stake back in, because you have those sometimes.
Listen, all the Carolinas don't want any more rain.
Like, no, we've had enough.
All right, we'll come back and visit with John Daly. Don't go away at 7:30 here on Morning Mayhem.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza, with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is SportsCenter.
There's only one undefeated team left in the AFC, and it's the reigning defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, who won again last night 26-13 against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr goes down in the game. Jake Haener has to step in for New Orleans at quarterback. For the Chiefs in this game, it was a big night from Kareem Hunt, who went over 100 yards on the ground. He also found the end zone, as did Xavier Worthy on the ground. Patrick Mahomes threw for over 300 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 catches for 130 yards on the evening. 2 games last night in the baseball playoffs. It was Detroit 3, Cleveland nothing, as that series is now even, and Kansas City beats the Yankees 4-2. That series is now even at a game apiece. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in central Arkansas. Today, sunny with a high of 79 in Little Rock and a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The night clear and chilly, a lot of us dropping into the 40s. Little Rock, a low of 51. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in to 103.7 The Buzz every Tuesday night at 8 for Between the Mats high school football show with your hosts, Matt Wilcox and Matt McJunkins. You'll hear coaches' interviews, player interviews. You'll also get weekly top 10s and player of the week picks for each classification every week. Plus, t-shirt giveaways and fan interactive pick'em challenges with prizes. Between the Mats on The Buzz each Tuesday is brought to you by Hooten's Football, your number one source for Arkansas high school football.
Roger, did you know that Oaklawn Sports is the mobile app that lets you bet anywhere in Arkansas?
Anywhere, so I can bet the over when I'm in Dover.
Indeed you can.
I can take the underdog in Dogtown.
Absolutely.
You're telling me I can bet on the pigskin in Piggott?
Yep.
Hoops in Humnoke, baseball in Bauxite, long shots in Lavaca?
All of the above.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere.
Nice.
Easy to use and even easier to fund. Bet with confidence. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
What's up, fellas? Clint Sterner here. Look, if you're only middle-aged but wondering why it seems harder to keep up, you're not alone. It may be caused by low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to living your best life, but not just any TRT. Not those websites offering only basic treatments and at prices that sound too good to be true. See the provider specialist at Low T Center. They offer advanced personalized treatments with over a decade of experience. At Low T Center, you'll start with a simple test and get your results back in about 25 minutes. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
If you're sick of this election already, the back and forth, the mudslinging, and hearing about why this person is right for you, know this: the payroll company is tired of it too. That's why they're offering election payroll relief. 2 whole months of payroll for free. Plus, new customers will get 50% off setup fees. This offer is good now through November 5th. Finally, a reason to get excited about an election year. The Payroll Company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Chaos at our southern border. Millions of illegal border crossings, including those on the terror watch list, overwhelming our border communities, threatening national security.
The border is not a partisan issue, it's a national security issue. I've supported the wall, passed legislation to combat the flow of fentanyl, and provide better support for our border agents. I'm French Hill, and I approve this message because border security is American security.
Political ad paid for by French Hill for Arkansas.
Always make sure to say please and thank you. Morning Mayhem is back on the air, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Hogs could win it right here. Nico gets the snap, looking left. Now he's flushed, rolling right, still looking downfield. Firing into the end zone's broken up. It's incomplete. Arkansas wins. Arkansas wins the game. The Razorbacks have knocked off Tennessee, and they're rushing the field from all corners tonight. Tennessee becomes the 3rd top 10 team in the SEC to lose today. What a celebration at Razorback Stadium.
7:32. The phantom pass incompletion. Yes. Justin Moore, that's our man, JM, bringing us back to the break there. Bruce James joins us in studio, thanks to Scott Lucas Construction. We haven't had Justin Bruce on since the big win, and it was a long week, Justin. I mean, we started Thursday night with your concert. Haven't had a chance to talk to you about D-Mac coming on stage with you. You getting presented a number 1 jersey from Hunter Yurchek. That was a special night in itself, wasn't it?
It was. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Baz. We started it. Was it Tuesday night at the Boys?
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy week. That's right.
Thursday night show.
Yeah,
and then
you did a lot of heavy lifting last week.
I had my daughter's
golf tournament,
benefit golf tournament, which they raised almost $20,000.
Oh.
Really
wow!
Proud
of, man,
of Ella and her partner and one of her best friends, Chloe. So they did a great job.
Now, Justin, have you been told if your money is going to go pay the fine for storming the field?
Baz and I have talked about it, Josh. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I had a chance to earmark.
No. What's crazy, Bruce, is that Hunter hadn't had that discussion. So Hunter gets up on stage, or maybe did in a tweet that Friday.
No, yeah, it was social media.
It was social media where he goes, yeah, Justin's money, the money raised is going to go towards trying to meet the 500,000 goal we have for the slobbering hog on the court. Like Justin, wait a minute. That slobbering hog. We need an offensive guard.
I would guess he's just trying to be gracious to me.
Yeah.
And say, who knows where he
is. Hey,
money
no, we joked yesterday. I think I said at the Touchdown Club. I think I said it from the podium. I said, talked about, our buddy Justin Moore goes up there and does his part and turn around and Hunter's got to pay $250,000 to Tennessee. Justin, do another concert in a couple weeks. Let's get it done. So, but how cool was it to hang out and visit with Darren in person? I know we talk to him all the time.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it's such a nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're a Razorback fan, you're a Darren McFadden fan, and that was the first time I'd had the opportunity to meet him.
Right.
And so been a fan from afar, obviously, for a long time, but he couldn't be more humble.
Yes, yeah.
And just a super nice guy, and appreciate him being a part of that. And I know the fans, obviously, I'm sure appreciated it as well.
Bruce, it's great when you're your best player to ever play, probably at your university, no matter where he went that night. And I've been with him before. He's so accommodating. Takes every picture. Talks to everybody. I was joking that Don Grisham and we were back with just us three, and Don said, "These are my favorite plays about you." And he's heard that 9,000 times. Yeah. You know what? He was still engaging. He listened intently, and man, and that does show a lot of class, and that's the kind of guy you want to have representing your university. And then he goes out on stage with Justin and calls the Hogs. And I wanted to ask, when you hear the end of Chuck Barrett's call, what was Justin Moore doing as the clock ticked out? Did you jump up, scream? What were you doing at your house Saturday night?
I was very nervous. I'm sitting there going, oh, gosh. Actually, it was myself and my son, who's 7.
Yes.
South. The last 2 plays, I think the first one was with maybe 13 seconds left. The third down was, and then there's 5 or 6 seconds left on the last play when they snapped the ball. And I'm going, oh, mate, just 2 more plays, just 2 more plays. And then kind of back what I mentioned in the last segment, I'm going, just make one freaking play.
One play.
Somebody
make a play.
Make one play and you win it.
Yeah.
And obviously they did. So clearly I was thrilled, and it was what an exciting.
We were due.
Right.
We've lost all these.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just every game we've had for quite a while. We just can't get over the hump. And Bruce, no turnovers.
Right.
Which is, and we stopped the run. The run, no turnovers, some of the key things, in winning games.
Because the Auburn game at this point, I'm not sure how you all feel about it looking back, but that's one of those now you're like, we should have won. That's
Auburn?
The Auburn game. Well, it's almost, I kind of view the Auburn game differently because they won the game, right?
Right.
But it's like that's one the Arkansas should be winning. They're better than Auburn.
Right. That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not one of those where it's like they finally broke through. At the time, it felt like they finally broke through in a close game. But you look at the Oklahoma State game, that's more of a team that they were on even footing. Honestly, should have won that game.
That's the only game to me, and I'll disagree just to a degree, Josh.
Yeah.
I think we're a much better team than Oklahoma State. And
I think you're right. I think now you're right. You're right.
Game.
Yeah.
That's the only one this season that you go,
yeah,
golly.
Could have had that one. Yeah.
I mean, you can't play the what-if game. I mean, every team out there could.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Auburn could go, man, if we'd have done this, we'd have beaten them. And Tennessee can do the same thing this past weekend
that's
against
right.
us. But so you kind of have to take the good with the bad, but or the bad with the good, rather. But that Oklahoma State game, you go, man, we could be sitting here 5-1. Without a few
top 25
times where we shoot ourselves in the foot. Not only top 25, but because of the 12-team playoff.
Yeah,
I mean, you're in the thick of it. I mean,
games to play that
you're only halfway through the season,
but you're
But I
in
mean,
the mix.
you can literally go in the locker room and go, "Hey guys, if we keep taking care of business, who knows?"
Yeah. I mean, you're also at a point too where, with the way the schedule lays out, I know once again we're playing the what if game, but with the way the schedule lays out, you could lose one more game and still be fine because they've got so many challenging teams in the schedule.
Yeah.
If Arkansas were to go 10-2, your resume would be so good they'd have to basically let you in.
Bruce, this is the other thing I wanted to bring up. Something about Bobby Petrino this year. Arkansas against Tennessee had 14 big plays. Chunk plays is designed, but this is defined by 10 plus yards running or passes of 15 plus yards. So they had 10 big pass plays, totaling 212 yards. The biggest being Andrew Armstrong's 30-yard catch from Taylor Green. Jaquindon Jackson caught a 26-yard swing pass. Armstrong made another 26-yard grab. Satania had a 23-yard catch over the middle. Broden had a diving 22-yard catch. Braylon Russell had a 24-yard run, plus an 11-yard run. I mean, these chunk plays, and Tennessee had 6. That's it.
Right. Do y'all know where Taylor Green ranks in the SEC as far as passing leaders?
Yardage-wise, he should be towards the top, I would think.
Yeah, he is, because there's 2 big games he had.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
Jackson Dart and the kid from LSU.
Bobby Petrino's ability to dial up these big chunk plays and third down conversions have been good still, too, as well.
Well, he's one of the best, always has been, an offensive coordinator. Now he's got some players. I've been extremely impressed with the receivers. They're not only one player's really dropped some balls, but I'm not going to name that. But anyway, the fact
pretty
is,
much everyone.
Armstrong has been just unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's second in the SEC behind the guy from Ole Miss who's got 300 more yards. But I think Armstrong's second in yards receiving in the SEC.
Well, David, I don't have to tell you this because you've been part of teams, but you read the paper today and yesterday, and you hear them talking about the unity on that football team now.
Different than last year, wasn't it?
Totally different and all that. Now they got a taste of winning. Now they saw we worked real hard. We did what the coaches asked on defense. Now you got an opportunity to go with it, and for me to hear a player coming and saying we have this want to, all of us want to, we got to play. That's something I haven't heard or seen in 10 years.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
Yeah.
You go all the way back. I mean, now, like I said, we got to keep going, and I'm sure that we will. But we really had a situation there that we haven't seen in a really, really long time, and we call it effort. We team that, whatever it is. I want to.
Yeah.
So, being redundant here, but I mean, I couldn't be more excited.
Did you all notice Taylor after he was injured and when Malachi was in the game?
Yeah.
They kept showing him on the sideline, and I mean, nobody was more animated, getting the crowd pumped up, cheering for his teammate.
He was engaged.
Nobody, and I know it's simple, right? That's something that we all think teammates should be doing.
Yeah.
But if that happened last year, and I'm not trying to call out Cage or anything, I don't know what the way the team dynamic was last year, that would have been the case.
Yeah, I definitely think you can hear there's something better about this team chemistry, much better than you had last year. Let me tell you something, too. We've been on the offensive line, been critical at times. Obviously, couldn't block A&M.
They were awesome.
They played much better. And I tell you, that last drive, a combination of great blocking, great play calling. You remember the Satania screenplay in the middle? Boom, 10, 11 yards. Braylon Russell, 23 yards. Braylon Russell, 11 yards. And then
that kid's good, man.
I'm telling you, like Earl Campbell out there.
A lot better than I thought.
He should actually be. I'm like, okay, I like Quentin Jackson. Get them both on there.
Right.
Okay, let's get more touches for him because he produces and for a big man, he runs. I mean, he knows
where he's going with the ball initially, but he's made some really good cuts. He'll kind of bump into somebody and readjust. No,
he doesn't look like a freshman.
Yeah.
Does he remind you guys? And maybe I'm mistaken, but does he remind you guys, Baz and Bruce, of Madre Hill? A little bit. He does me.
He's so big.
If you remember, Madre had a huge freshman season, and Madre was kind of a bruiser. I mean, he had probably a little more speed than Russell, if I remember correctly, but I don't know. As I was watching the other day, that's kind of what I was thinking of.
Well,
that's a good analogy. Excuse me. Go ahead. No, I mean, Madre's faster, and there's no doubt about it. And then I think this kid's probably stronger as far as being able to run over people. But that's a good analogy.
But here's the big story, too. The last drive had the backup quarterback and the backup tailback.
Yeah.
I mean that's how you win that game. You go set what was it 70 yards, whatever it was. You win with backups. I mean that's what I'm telling you. That's a gutsy win to get it done.
And those coaches are going when they go into practice. Be prepared. You might be in the ball game just like last week. Your practice sessions are fixing to get a lot better. They're going to have more and more attention from their second teamers because they see that could happen and will happen or whatever, and they're going to get a chance to play.
That was a pretty good defense too, by the way. Too.
No.
They may not be as good as what they came in, but
their front four is good. Their linebacking wasn't as good as I thought it was, but their front four is good.
Yeah,
hitting chunk plays. You mentioned the chunk plays, not just the fact you the backup backfield in there. They're hitting chunk plays with the backup backfield in there. I mean, it was almost they did score almost too fast, right?
Yeah,
and that's how quick
they did.
The field.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I'm sure probably you communicated with Sam JM. It was a big win for him and the program. Again, had so many close games that we have not won. It's nice to finally, and then to have 2 weeks to sort of celebrate it, get ready for. We hate LSU. It's going to be the atmosphere is going to be amazing. I think it was announced yesterday, 6:00 on the mothership, right? ESPN. So I guess it
should be an even better atmosphere than Tennessee.
Oh, I think now the fans know they made a difference. They could tailgate. Listen, it was a great tailgate day. I got a chance to partake a little bit of the tailgating on Saturday, so it was fun.
Let's hope that LSU beats Ole Miss.
Yes, I agree.
We don't need them to be. And that's going to be a tough game for them.
Last 4 games that we played LSU have been decided by one score. So it usually is always pretty close. We'll let Justin Moore take us to the break.
Right.
When we come back, we got to give away $103.70.
Give the money away today.
All right, don't go away. It's 7:45.
You do not have to keep living with that joint pain. Real lasting relief is possible with the help from QC Kinetics. Hey everybody, it's RJ Hawk. People here in Central Arkansas are getting their lives back, getting their mobility back thanks to QC Kinetics. They are the nation's leader in cellular therapies that can revitalize your joints. I'm talking about advanced regenerative medicine using your own body's healing properties, highly concentrated and carefully placed in those achy joints. Back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, these are cutting-edge treatments that require no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a quick office procedure that can get you moving again. Listen, is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing what you love? Pain in your hips, knees, back, shoulders? Well, do something about it. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. Fall is upon us. Don't wait. Make the call today to QC Kinetics.
A $300 million economic development project, 1,000 new jobs, and hundreds of millions in tax revenue for the state of Arkansas. These opportunities are headed our way, but not if Issue 2 passes on November 5th. Out-of-state billionaires are spending millions to eliminate the casino we voted to build in 2018, stealing our jobs while they pad their pockets. Don't be tricked. Issue 2 is bad for our economy. Vote no on November 5th.
paid for by investing in Arkansas.
The Arkansas State Fair is back, and that's music to our ears. And the Bank OZK Concert Series is going back to Barton Coliseum with Stephen Piercy of Rack, Quiet Riot, and Vixen. All Friday the 11th. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7. Best of all, fair admission is free when you purchase a concert ticket. So get yours now for the Bank OZK Concert Series at ArkansasStateFair.com. That's ArkansasStateFair.com. See y'all there.
Don't go into the holidays with the wrong payment and the wrong car. This month only, Gwatney Buick GMC has prepared to rescue you from your current situation by calling the Loan and Lease Terminator.
I need your current payment, your keys, and your signature.
Call 501-945-4444 and say hasta la vista to your current loan or lease with the help of Gwatney Buick GMC's Loan and Lease Terminator. Just in time for the holidays.
I swear I will approve everyone.
Rates as low as 0% on new GMCs. Trade now and terminate your payments until next year.
Get to Gwatney now!
The Loan and Lease Terminator is at Gwatney Buick GMC this month only. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Call 501-945-4444. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit. All voices are impersonators, but Gwatney's the real thing.
Shop Gwatney once, and you'll be back.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
Need a bathroom or kitchen remodeled? Call Scott Lucas Construction. Scott Lucas has been in the business since 2010. They specialize in all things remodeling. What started as new home construction has evolved to become Central Arkansas's leading home renovation company. The Scott Lucas team is passionate about reimagining spaces, helping breathe new life into your home. If you're ready to imagine what your home can be, call 501-499-5885 or visit their Facebook page. Scott Lucas Construction, bringing ideas to reality.
This is Pat Bradley for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in Benton. Mortgage rates are expected to start falling soon. Reach out to my friend Matt Jones at Alcoa about purchasing a new home or refinancing your current home loan. Matt's an expert in conventional, VA, FHA, or a rural development loan. Start the process today online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
So we experimented in so many different things, right? Which year Gus Malzahn created the Wild Hog. He came to visit me to get all that information on how we were doing it all. Right?
Wow.
How
about that? How about that?
You know, Gus came out. I remember going to see him at Springdale High School. It's like, hey, show me this stuff you're doing with the quarterback where you run the quarterback.
Interesting. Dan Mullen acted like he was the one who came up with a wildcat.
I thought we did it here before that.
I know, but he's saying that's what I'm saying. He said it. I never heard that. He said yesterday that he came to Bowling Green. Was it Bowling Green? I think it's where he said he was.
Urban, right? Urban?
Yeah, that Gus had come to him, but he had gone to him, to Gus about. They weren't running the Wildcat at Springdale High. They just had a really creative offense. And so, that's an interesting.
Where is Mullen from originally?
He's from Pennsylvania.
Western PA, or is he from?
I don't know.
You can tell he ain't from the South.
No, he's not.
But he loves the South. We got a clip about him saying he loves the South now.
I mean, look, I was fascinated with what the players that he got at Mississippi State over there, and he recruited heavily in the state of Mississippi, and those high school coaches loved him.
You know why he said, Justin, we may have this clip. He said, you know why I love the South? Is because football means something to people down here. He said, this is where I want. Asked if he was going to coach again. What do you want to coach again? What do you want to stay in the South? He said, yeah. He said, because it really does. People care about it more.
I think you'd be a good hire for somebody.
No question.
The only issue, which I think we discussed maybe last week, was, and I think it was part of his demise at Florida, is the lack of recruiting. He got the MO that he didn't like recruiting. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea. But that was the story, you know. But nowadays, it's a whole different ballgame. You don't even. You hardly don't even have to recruit.
Right.
I mean, you can go, hey, we'll pay you X amount.
That's it.
The knock at Florida, Urban Meyer was bringing nothing in but quote unquote thugs.
Yeah.
And they weren't graduating, and then when they bring Mullen in, he was sort of
the opposite of that.
I mean, I have to agree with the assessment that was just made.
He won 11. He won back-to-back 11 and 10 win seasons there.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they wanted him to recruit more Florida players, and he was going out of state, bringing them to Florida, and then he started losing whatever. And I think they probably fired him too quickly.
Hey, you ever say, do you think Florida and Mississippi State would like to have him back probably right now?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Well, you could see his personality. I mean, Baz, you dealt with him yesterday. He is a little prickly.
He's got a northern feel to it.
But I'll tell you what, like this is why like Chip Kelly decided I'm not gonna coach at UCLA. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go call offense at Ohio State for $2 million a year. You know what? I don't have to recruit. He didn't have to recruit. And some guys are better off just doing that.
He did say something funny. He was talking about Bobby Petrino. He said they were doing the spring game. Dan Mullen called the spring game for ESPN. He walks into the coaches meeting and he sees Sam Pittman all stressed out having to deal with portal and NIL. He said Bobby Petrino comes in.
That's all happening.
Which I thought was good. All right, we got to give away $103.70.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, this date and this game. You had something very special to do with it.
Okay. Yeah. This should be easy peasy.
Yeah. This is very easy. The last time that Arkansas and LSU played in Fayetteville, November the 15th, 2014, you were part of making a big statement there, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Arkansas won the game by what score?
661-1037. Phone lines are already lit up. Let's
Charlie is on line 2. Charlie, you're up.
What was the score, Charlie?
Was it 17-0?
That is correct.
Man, right on the money.
Wow.
I think my quote, if you can find that in the system, I don't know if you can or not, Josh, but that's when I said, I don't care if there's one of you, 5 of you, 10 of you, all of you. I said run your, and I said ass.
And you said run your ass in there and get the
that boot. And they all did. They all did. It was a great scene, and I had to.
Was that after the game? You said that?
I said that before. I said the night before.
Okay.
And it was cold that day, right? Because I remember after they got beat, the LSU players were complaining about not having to play in the cold.
It was cold. I hope it's cold in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The colder, the better. I do want to thank Scott Lucas Construction.
Always
Scott,
do. Thank
Scott
you.
at the Touchdown Club yesterday. He's a regular there, and I appreciate his sponsorship of that. Yeah, that was talking about storming the field. That was one of those games, Justin. You remember we had lost like what was it, 15 or 20 straight SEC games.
It was close. I know it was somewhere around 20.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh,
north of or south of.
It was brutal.
Yeah,
well, I can say this because I don't think my wife's listening. My wife's family, Justin, is sort of like yours. She's part of her family went to Arkansas, and the rest of them went to LSU.
Right.
I want to tell y'all how I feel about LSU.
Okay.
Y'all, I mean, Justin, y'all grew up. Everybody in Arkansas grew up hating Texas.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up hating LSU. And so for us to beat LSU every year is a big deal for me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
It's
the Thanksgivings and Christmases are much better, aren't they, Bruce?
Oh, yeah, much better.
Well, LSU is a beatable team. I'm not saying we're going to beat them. I'm just
Can't run the ball at all.
We can
and
play
their
with
defense
them.
isn't very good.
That's right. We can play with them. There's no. We got them at home. We got and we got 2 weeks.
They're not Tennessee. I promise.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
they're better at receiver. They've got between Taylor, I think they got that really short Anderson kid who's really, really fast, and then Kyron Lacey might be the best receiver in the country. They've got a good receiving core. They can toss the ball around. But their defense is not as good as Tennessee's.
And their run game, like you mentioned,
is not very good.
Oaklawn Sports App has not put out this line yet, right? We haven't seen because it's 2 weeks out. So if you had to project, we'd say 2-3, depending on what they do against Ole Miss. 2-3 points.
I would say 4 or 5. If they win this week, I'd say 4 or 5. If they lose, I would say 2 or 3.
Today, Justin, today is National Face Your Fears Day. Bruce's fear is sharks. Roger and mine are both heights and cramped spaces. Josh is ledges. What about Justin Moore?
Spiders and flying.
Okay, flying. Okay, that's a good one. You know, some people don't like flying. By the way, Jessica just texted me. She just said, "Oh, I love the conversation about facing your fears today. Would you say one of your fears is commitment?" No. Thank you.
100%.
Wow.
Hey, we've been
Spot
dating. We've been dating for 8 years. Come on, man. Do I not
Well,
get it?
I think that's what she's saying.
Well,
I think that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you proved her point.
Be a commitment.
Dating is the key.
Well,
is
listen,
the
you gotta
operative
be.
word there.
Listen, I could choose not to date.
What are you 15? You ever gonna grow up?
Maybe not. Bruce, thanks so much, buddy.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
y'all have a good one.
Next week will be fun. Talking about LSU. All right, we got a lot to cover coming up next. Also, we'll visit with Ernie Murray about the big tip-off clinics that Cal is having this weekend in Hot Springs and Pine Bluff. We'll also check the D3 Auto Sales text line. It's 8 o'clock. Don't go away.
Touchdown, Edwards Food Giant.
While you may never actually hear it in a football game, we all know who the real MVP of your watch party is this fall, and that's Edwards Food Giant. Your choice of chicken, brisket, ribs, smoked sausage, and pulled pork, all straight from their own smokehouse, as well as an ultimate lineup of side items from the deli. And at their newest store in North Little Rock, Edwards now has dry-aged beef, where whole cuts of certified Angus beef are aged for 28 days in a temperature-controlled cooler. So let your watch party be the envy of the neighborhood with the help of Edwards Food Giant, the meat people.
This is Randy Rainwater. Join me Friday when I take Drive Time Sports to Hot Springs for this week's Sonic Blast, where the Rams of Hot Springs Lakeside will welcome the Razorbacks of Texarkana. The Sonic Blast on Drive Time Sports is presented by Sonic Drive-Ins.
Fort Thompson is having a Benelli and Drake sale October 10th and 11th. First 10 customers purchasing a Super Black Eagle 3, 12-gauge, 3.5-inch shotgun will receive a free Benelli 12-gauge. Fort Thompson and Sherwood. Petra's Farm and Grill presents Steve Sullivan each week when he joins Wes and Joe Franklin on Out of Bounds. Petra's Farm and Grill, masterful blends for exceptional dishes.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking unsportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
RDOT is preparing to begin another phase of traffic shifts on the Interstate 30 River Bridge in Little Rock and North Little Rock this weekend. Construction on I-30 will close all westbound lanes with detours from 10 p.m. Friday, October 11th through 5 a.m. Monday, October 14th. Eastbound traffic will not be affected by construction. This will be the second of 3 phases of traffic shifts to transition onto the River Bridge. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff's marching musical machine of the Mid-South Band has returned home from Atlanta with an accomplishment they can be proud of for life. It all started when the Golden Lions played the Razorbacks at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. During the game, the band performed Kingdom, the entrance music of WWE star Cody Rhodes. Video of that performance was then shared online. Rhodes saw it, reached out, and asked the band to perform at WWE's Bad Blood event. Band members say it was the trip of a lifetime. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
For interior, exterior, commercial, and residential painting, hire the pros at CertaPro Painters. Get your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in central Arkansas. Today, sunny with a high of 79 in Little Rock and a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The night, clear and chilly, a lot of us dropping into the 40s. Little Rock, a low of 51. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Darren McFadden is back for another season of college football with the guys from Morning Mayhem. D-Mac is known as the best running back in Razorback history. Darren McFadden is presented by Fortify Building Solutions. Need a new metal roof, wall, or building products? Go see our friends at Fortify Building Solutions in Benton or at fortifybuildingsolutions.com.
This is David BAZZEL for Simmons Bank. You know, Simmons Bank was founded way back in 1903 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, with first-day deposits of around $3,300. Today, Simmons has over $27 billion in assets and employs more than 3,000 associates across 6 states. They are a community bank taking as much pride in customer relationships as they do in their extensive products and services. For more than 120 years, Simmons Bank has worked hard to make their customers' financial goals become reality. Whether those goals look like buying a home, purchasing that new car you've always wanted, or starting a business, or maybe even sending a child to college, or simply having greater confidence when it comes to managing your money. What started as a small hometown bank in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, more than 120 years ago, Simmons Bank has grown strong ever since. Speaking of strong, Forbes ranked Simmons Bank one of the world's best banks on its 2023 list. Stop in and visit any of their over 200 banking locations. Simmons Bank was born in Arkansas and is here to serve Arkansans like you and me every day, every month, every year. That's Simmons Bank.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When you think about total joint replacement, you should think of the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. This great new facility has the 3 best total joint surgeons in the state with Lowry Barnes, Jeff Stambo, and Ben Stronach. Why would you consider going anywhere else? Folks come to UAMS Health from around the country to have their joints replaced. You should too. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood. If you're looking for the best deal on a new Ram, come to Fletcher Dodge and look for the green tags. The green tag price is Frank Fletcher's lowest price. You'll never get a better deal. We have new Rams, green tag price up to $11,000 off. We have new Jeep Wranglers, green tag $8,000 off. And the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee 4-wheel drive up to $10,000 off. And let's not forget up to $7,000 off the new Jeep Gladiator. At Fletcher Dodge, the deals are real. Folks, we're serious about getting you the best deal on a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Just tell us what you want and how much you want to pay. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the big discounts, low finance rates, and more money for your trade. If you had credit problems in the past, come see us. We can help. If other dealers have told you no, go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved, then come in and drive off with your new car. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Be game day ready with Generator Supercenter of Little Rock. Score big with their fall generator discounts of up to $2,000 off their most popular Generac models, as well as payments as low as $149 per month with approved credit. Don't fumble this opportunity and miss any of your favorite games because of lost power. With fast installation and excellent maintenance programs, there's never been a better time to buy a new generator. Visit them on Chenal Parkway or online at GeneratorSuperCenterofLittleRock.com. Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by 8 Caddies Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by 8 Caddies Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
Please.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
The Moretti's!
Go! Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
They're below or above the name?
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Smart ass.
All right, it is 8:06 on Tuesday, October 8th. If you've noticed, Roger's voice is missing. He's getting some checkups this week. He's got to get his heart checkup today, and then he gets his finger. He gets the finger on. No, he gets a colonoscopy. I get the finger today, Justin. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I know. Welcome to old age.
You don't do it on air like Rod?
No, I'm telling you, I don't know how Roger. I'm just going to say this, not to be crude. I don't know how Roger can do that live on the air and not make noises. Because I'm telling you, I listen. I respond to that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I think it'd be dangerous to put a mic. I think it would be dangerous to put a mic in front of me. Hey, by the way, JM, you got your album dropping Friday, right? Officially, correct?
Friday. Yep.
That's exciting.
So I got a busy week. I don't know how much I'm going to get to be on with you guys. I'm doing a one of those deals like the George Jones things that you guys went to. Yeah. I don't know if that was last year, maybe the year prior, but for Hall of Fame songwriter Dean Dillon.
Yeah, I think I've read that somewhere. Yeah.
Pretty much every George Strait song,
right?
Among some other classic songs, but I mean, he's incredible and guy that I've become friendly with over the years and written songs with, and so I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then they've got me doing all kinds of media stuff this week. But after this week,
clear sailing.
You know, once the album's out, I don't know, probably the last month. I've been doing a lot of interviews and those types of things.
A lot. Yeah.
Plus, we're trying to get This Is My Dirt to #1.
How close are you? Come on.
During this week, so I guess it would be. I think if everything goes as planned, it should be next week, I believe.
Number 13, baby. Number 13.
We'll see. But that's at least the goal. And so anyway, my long story short, a lot going on this week, but it'll be nice to get the album out. It's done right before we take our holiday break, and I can focus on the rest of the year in football with you guys and be at home and have 2 or 3 months off.
Yeah, I was going to ask, when does the song drop? Once the album drop, I mean, people, can we play that Blake Shelton combo song, that duet song you have with him? Is that accessible? Do you have to wait before that's released, or once the album is released, all the songs are available, right?
Yeah, once the album's out, I mean, it's the entirety.
And what's the name of that one? 99? What is it? That's a good.
Well, it's actually called Beer Ain't One, but the hook is I got 99 problems, but a beer ain't one.
So you know me, Justin, I can't get anything right. So I'm talking. I was on the air with Sully doing a Facebook. I think it was at one of the games, and DJ was beside me. I think it was the Auburn game, and I turned around. I said, "Yeah, man, Justin's got a new song, a new album coming out. He's got this great combo with Blake Shelton." I said, "It's 99 beers." I said, 99 beers.
He said, "I love it, song Stray Hogs."
Jessica was listening, and she goes, "No, that's not the name of the song." That was close.
It sounds like 99 bottles of beer on the That's what it sounds like.
So Baz will be like, "Yeah, Justin, that song Stray Hogs is great," and I'll go Stray Dogs, and then Justin will go, "Thank you, Josh," because Baz can never get the specific details correct.
Well, listen, this is going to
that dog one.
That 6611037. By the way, Pigskin's listening. He said, "My brother in Michigan is driving 5 hours to see Justin Moore's show in Toledo."
Nice.
Oh wow!
So that's always.
If he needs Pigskin, if he needs the hookup, let me.
By the way,
my parents are going in 10 days.
Oh, that's right. They're going to be. Josh's parents will be at the concert. That's great.
The Moretti.
Yeah, Justin's going to be their first country concert, and they're like, this is the one that we have to go to.
Well, it's funny you say that. Darren McFadden, when we were walking in, we're talking. That was his first country music concert ever. Justin, how about that? So I thought,
cool.
I thought that was cool that he took time to see that, and then
I'm thrilled to be his first.
I tell you, it was so fun to watch the interaction with Darren getting on the bus with Justin, because obviously Justin's talked to him on the show, but different when you're in his presence, talking back and forth, and just seeing how relatable he is and how big he still is. Justin, I mean, good Lord, he's
in great shape.
Yes, what's he look like? He's like weight wise,
225, 235.
How tall is he? 5'10"?
No, he's 6'2".
He's that tall?
Yeah, he's big.
I had no idea he was that tall.
Pretty tall guy.
Yeah. Someone said here too, Hunter should make the check out to the volunteers for $250,000. $19.14. Very nice.
I'm a big believer they should donate that money. I don't think
it should be a charitable thing.
I don't think you should be paying schools for rushing the field against them.
I like that.
Like it's a part of college sports, and also I forgot I was making the point yesterday, but it's just going to make the rich a little bit more richer.
Yeah, that's right. Because all the big schools get it. Yeah, everybody's storming their, when you beat them.
The Bama had a 500K season. Great, because they got the field stormed on them twice. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Justin, we had this conversation a couple of years ago, I think, in basketball when we beat Auburn.
I remember. Yeah,
and it used to be like, for example, Vanderbilt beating Alabama. Totally get it.
Right.
Totally get it. Totally justified. But it seems like it happens constantly now. It's like, it's too much, guys.
Yeah.
And Tennessee hasn't beaten us since that was
the fourth time.
Like 20 something years.
That's right. It's the fourth time we beat them in a row in Fayetteville.
Like, I get that they're the number 4 team in the country. I get it. But just act like you've been there before.
I just think it's the nature of what
what fans
do.
Of it. I don't know if it's a generational thing or.
I think it's become a thing to do.
I don't know.
It's a thing to do. Now, I will say this, Justin.
Knock it off.
I know you. I know you're not a fan of Nashville, the city of Nashville, but it had to be. I don't know about for you. I thought it was so cool. Vandy has never beaten anybody. Well, especially number 1. To see those students carry, and you know how far that is. They carried that sucker 3 miles.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a couple of miles.
It's 3 miles, Justin, and they carried that thing and dumped it in the Cumberland River. I thought that was really cool. And then did you hear
why? And I was listening to Drive Time yesterday, and I don't know if it was Rick or somebody else made this point. Might have been Randy. I don't know. Like, why do you throw it in the river? Like, what are you doing?
Someone else had done that somewhere. I can't remember what other team did it, but I don't. I guess that's just the thing.
But the authorities went and recovered.
They did. They pulled it right. I guess
I'm not being serious.
I know.
Cut
Josh,
it up and raise some money.
What was it, Josh? What was the other team that threw? What was it that threw a goalpost into the water?
Well, I think Tennessee did that to Alabama 2 years ago.
That's what it was.
Right.
Tennessee threw it in the river.
You may be right. Yeah.
That was
Maybe they got that from them. Maybe that's where it came from.
Well, I don't know if they stole it. I just think it's like, hey, there's a river nearby. Let's carry this thing down the river.
It's 3 miles. It's 3 miles. It's a long way.
Where are you going to leave it?
I know. Well, Dixon Street, they're leaning up against the bar.
Leaving it on Broadway?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But outside of Blake Shelton's bar.
What was great, Justin, is that you saw a lot of videos popping up on social media that people were at the bars and they go, "What's going on out here?" And it shows that the goalpost coming down Broadway, it was bumping into cars, and it probably scraped up, cars all up and down. Yeah, but I love that. And then did you hear how they trolled Nick Saban at the stadium, Justin?
No.
Yeah, he
from what he said a couple of weeks ago.
Well, was it a couple of weeks ago?
I must have been a few weeks ago. I don't think it was that.
It was so good. Ready to play.
Yeah,
it was so good. Yes.
So what did they do?
They just as everybody was storming on the field, they put up on the big screen Saban going, "Yeah, there's everywhere's tough in the SEC to play except Vanderbilt." A couple times, so good for them.
That's funny. Yeah. Good for them. I'm happy for them. But I will say, like, even Vandy fans now today would go, I mean, he ain't wrong.
Yeah. Well, the reason why is because, Justin, it's an excuse. I mean, out of all the locations in the SEC, right, the biggest destination out of all of them
100%
is Nashville. So it's an 100%. Excuse for all of their fan bases to go to Nashville for a weekend. I mean, the number of my friends at Missouri that went to Nashville for a weekend and made it the weekend of the Vanderbilt-Missouri game, countless of them. Everybody did that.
And 99.9% of the time, it's a stress-free victory. I mean, that's part of it.
Half the stadium. It's happened. Missouri got caught there a couple times too. I think. Half the time, man, the stadium.
Empty,
I mean, it ends up being like 70% of the other team's fans.
I'm telling you, watch out for what he's doing there. I mean, Clark Lee's got them playing well.
They made some changes.
Well all season.
They have. They should beat Missouri.
I went. Kate. I don't think Kate was there at the time, but when I was living there, I think it was when. I don't remember if it was Nutt or Petrino was the head coach. I think it was Houston Nutt, actually. And I lived there. I went to a game. It was the year Mitch Mustang started. It was that whole deal.
Right.
And it ended up being a close game, but we won. But I remember telling a buddy who went with me, I go, I feel bad for them because
I know.
it was literally like 70-30 Razorback.
It's so hard. Well, the thing about it, there's that, and also it's so hard to recruit there because the level of like
academic,
the academic restrictions they have on players too is just absolutely crazy. But you have to give them credit because if you're a school like a Mississippi State or you're a school like a Vanderbilt, you have to do something different. Yeah. And they went and they got a bunch of kids from Mexico State. And we were talking about Clark Lewis in the hot seat before the season, and they run this kind of different.
I love
weird,
the quarterback.
Well, and the offense is so weird and goofy, but they create all these weird matchups.
And they're physical. I watched them. They were physical.
They pushed Alabama around to win the game.
They are.
It's bizarre.
I hated that I couldn't watch that game as easily because I was at the stadium getting ready for ours. But anyway, just good stuff.
Bama could not stop.
They couldn't stop them
at all.
Alabama can't stop anybody. The last 6 quarters, they've given up like 70 points.
They got a problem in the secondary. I think.
Yeah. And then, you know what? I don't mind it a bit. Let's go to the Hodges Little Rock Glass hotline and talk to our good buddy, Ernie Murray, former Razorback, along with the executive director of the Pine Bluff Convention Center, Barbara Dunn. Good morning, guys. How are y'all?
Good morning.
Ernie, we're doing good, Barbara. Ernie had called yesterday, and if there's anything going on in that neck of the woods, of course, he's a Wabaseka man, but we know this happened in Pine Bluff. Ernie Murray is involved, and I guess it's exciting that you guys are a part of the John Calipari tip-off tour that's this Sunday down in Pine Bluff.
Absolutely. That's what the hype is all about in Pine Bluff. And thank you for having us on this morning. Yes, the Razorback men's basketball tip-off tour is coming to Pine Bluff this Sunday. Like you said, October the 13th. Doors will open at 3 o'clock p.m., and all the fun will start at 5 o'clock p.m., and we are excited.
Barbara, what we know that sort of, is it the same kind of setup as in Hot Springs, that you've got different levels of tickets from the sitting on the bench, they're like $1,000 a ticket, and then $75 a ticket, and then general admission is $30? Is that the way it is with you guys?
Yes, but our $1,000 tickets and our $75 tickets have sold out. But we have plenty of $30 tickets still available. Those are general admission tickets, and you can purchase those tickets at the Pine Bluff Convention Center website.
You know what's weird, JM, too? A little weird, not a little weird. I think it's great, but this is not even like practice. It's not even. I think it's just players showing up, shaking some hands, going through some drills, and it's really just a way to take the team to different parts of the state that might not get a chance to see the Razorbacks on a regular basis.
That's exciting for people, though.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. And a shout out to Coach Cal. This is amazing because, like I said, it's a lot of individuals, they just don't have the opportunity to go to Fayetteville. So Coach Cal is bringing the players to Pine Bluff. And
if I could have went to Pine, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just going to say the community is so excited and they can't wait to the team and to meet Coach Cal and his team.
If my dad could have taken me to Pine Bluff to meet Ernie Murray 30 years ago,
yes,
I would have been thrilled. So that's cool.
Ernie,
well,
go ahead.
One reason I think this is so crucial, I think Coach Calipari is trying to build a fence around this state. And the reason I say that is because we've had a couple of kids from the Pine Bluff area that went to Missouri to play football. And I think Coach Cal is saying, I'm going to build a fence around this state. I'm going to go in a couple areas that we don't go to play and give those kids exposure. Coach Cal and his staff said this is all about the kids in Jefferson County. That's what it should be about. If I'm like Justin Moore, if you'd have told me that Todd Day, Corliss Williamson was coming to Pine Bluff when I was a kid, my dad would have saved, I guess, $30, $1 out of 30 checks, but we would have made it. And it's just so good for Pine Bluff. And I think Barbara can tell you they've sold over 35, maybe 3,700 tickets. It's a big deal. We got former Razorbacks coming back from Jefferson County that's going to be in attendance. Some of them hadn't been back since their playing days. And I just think this speaks volume for Pine Bluff and the University of Arkansas and Coach Cal reaching out to areas that normally gets no publicity when it comes to Razorback basketball.
And to piggyback on what you just said about putting a fence around the state, just from a fan perspective, and I've not had the opportunity to meet Coach, but he's such a I mean, he's so famous.
Yeah.
And he's such a big, huge celebrity and a big deal in college basketball, just from a national landscape, international to a degree, I'm sure. I think it's really cool because when he came here, did anybody know? I mean, I didn't. Like, man, he seems a little unapproachable, and maybe he's going to – and I think it's cool for fans to see, at least from my perspective, how he's really embraced being a Hog and just Arkansas as a whole. And I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. 100%. And it's just going to be an unforgettable evening with the Hogs. And like I said, we are so excited. So it's not too late to get your ticket. Please go to the Pine Bluff Convention Center website and click on the link, and it'll take you right to iTicket, and you can purchase it there.
I celebrated a state championship there, Baz.
Is that right?
That's where we play.
I don't know how I didn't know that. I don't think we've ever. I was thinking it was at the arena.
Now they do it at Hot Springs, I think. But
how about that?
We used to play in. It was Pine Bluff.
I was going to.
Justin Moore was big time.
Oh, I know he was. He was.
He's lying to you now.
He had those frosted tips on his hair, and he got the puka shells at the. Listen, Cal's excited. Cal can't wait to meet him because Cal knows what kind of basketball player he was in high school. Did want to mention, so it's Ernie Murray, Andrew Lang, Ken Biley, U.S. Reed, and Chris Walker. Those are some of the former players that will be there. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Those are some of the former players from the Jefferson County area.
Gotcha.
But we made a couple special guests show up. I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking it's going to be really – it's big to Pine Bluff. And I don't know, David, if you all know that the Razorbacks hadn't been to Pine Bluff in 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's a big, big deal.
Let me ask you this. This is for Justin Moore. Don't blurt, Ernie. I don't know. And Barbara, if you know it, don't blurt. What is significant about what's unique about Ken Biley in his senior year at Arkansas, Justin? Or maybe how about this? I'll even get more. The championship game versus Duke.
That was sweet.
He started.
Very good. I thought you would probably get that. He was not the regular starter, but Nolan started him as I thought was really a class act.
He was a senior.
That's right. That? Yeah, class act there. Then the other thing I was going to mention. Andrew Lang, I don't think anybody, I won't say anybody. Most people don't bring up Andrew Lang's name as one of the greats to play. Now, Justin, I don't know if you remember him because he was before your time, but he was, 6'10", 6'11", and was a dominant shot blocker, ended up playing, I think, with the Hawks in the NBA, but was really one of the great centers at Arkansas, but he just doesn't get much attention for whatever reason, Ernie.
And David, that's crazy to me. He played 11 years in the NBA. He made a truckload of money. He's currently, I want to say, he's the chaplain for the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, okay.
And to me, I think he still holds the shot blocking record. He is a Pine Bluffian. He's from Pine Bluff, Dollaway, a super guy that's loved the Razorbacks. He comes back, but he don't come back as much.
Right. Well, listen, I'm excited for you guys. I think it's great to do this in Hot Springs and in Pine Bluff. Again, $30 per seat, general admission. First come, first serve. Those are the only tickets left. And Barbara, how can folks find those tickets again?
Again, they can go to the Pine Bluff Convention Center website, click on the link, it'll take you to iTicket, and you can purchase your ticket.
Awesome.
But you need to hurry up because they are selling fast.
Barbara, thanks so much. Hope it's a great turnout. Ernie, same thing with you. Hope it's a fun event, and I'm sure it'll be great for Pine Bluff.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Thank you.
Ernie, I love you, buddy.
I love you too, Justin. Bye-bye.
Just heard from John Daly, who was brought to you by Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, David Dunn, and then Genesis of Conway. Appreciate Chris Crane, rather. And so I think JD is just coming around, if you will, JM. So that may be a call we may need to put off for a little bit longer.
No, let's take him high.
Yeah, you know what? That might be fun.
There'll be a theme for the week because we had Pat yesterday. Yeah, but Justin, yesterday, Pat Bradley told us He's an LSU fan.
Oh, my gosh, he did. Pat was, yeah, you wouldn't have been happy with
Was he a
yesterday's
little
call.
out of it?
Yes.
Yes. To say that he was an LSU fan, we thought something must be up with Pat.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, if Pat says that, something is
He's
not.
like, Brian Kelly of Massachusetts. He's a huge fan.
Someone says here on our D3 Auto Sales text line, hey, Baz, Arkansas is Tennessee's Missouri. Tennessee fans can't believe they lose to us every time lately from Savage.
Arkansas is Tennessee's
So
Missouri.
we can't believe we're losing to Missouri every year. Tennessee can't believe they keep getting beat.
That's fair. Fine.
And we've beat them in Neyland, too.
I know. The last time we were there, we won.
What year was that?
That was Bielema. Yeah.
So was that
16?
Or no, did Pittman beat him there? I knew Bielema did.
No, 16 it wouldn't have been then.
It was Bielema.
Well, I know for a fact that Bielema beat him there.
I know. I was there for that one, too.
Pittman may have beat him
That
there.
must have been...
no, I think it's Bielema.
It was the Alabama assistant. Who was it? The one who ruined the program.
Pruitt.
Jeremy Pruitt. Correct. Yeah, they used the McDonald's bags full of cash thing. Yeah, I remember that.
All right, I think we've got Chuck Gatlin coming up. We'll save Family Feud for Roger. We will play a little match game if we get Chuck. And John Daly coming up. That should be interesting. 8:30 here, Morning Mayhem.
Let's go, shoot them in the back now. What they want, I don't know. They're all revved up and ready to go. They're foaming in a straight line. They're going through a tight one.
Coach Kevin Kelly joins the Zone each Wednesday, presented by the Wooded Rock Athletic Club. The indoor pickleball facility is now open with observation areas, flat screens, and a snack bar.
This is SportsCenter.
There's only one undefeated team left in the AFC, and it's the reigning defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, who won again last night 26-13 against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr goes down in the game. Jake Haener has to step in for New Orleans at quarterback. For the Chiefs in this game, it was a big night from Kareem Hunt, who went over 100 yards on the ground. He also found the end zone, as did Xavier Worthy on the ground. Patrick Mahomes threw for over 300 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 catches for 130 yards on the evening. 2 games last night in the baseball playoffs. It was Detroit 3, Cleveland nothing, as that series is now even, and Kansas City beats the Yankees 4-2. That series is now even at a game apiece. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in central Arkansas. Today, sunny with a high of 79 in Little Rock and a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The night clear and chilly, a lot of us dropping into the 40s. Little Rock, a low of 51. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
What's up, everyone? It's Christian Weaver for The Zone. On Tuesday, the guys will be back in the studio, and we'll be talking to Clint Conk, thanks to Farm Brothers Flying Service, breaking down a huge win for Arkansas over Tennessee. In the second hour, we'll have Conway native and Chicago Cubs pitcher Jordan Wicks in studio. We'll talk to Eli Craner, thanks to the Old Bank Restaurant. And then in the final hour, we'll talk to Susan Irwin Prowse, thanks to Willie D's. It's all that and much more. Tuesday in The Zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
Y'all know how much I love Sissy's Log Cabin, and part of the reason I think they're so wonderful is their diamond selection. It's truly unlike any other. First off, Sissy's only carries natural diamonds. You won't find one lab-grown gem in the bunch. Second, the selection is expansive. No matter what you're looking for, you can find it. From a 7-carat stunner engagement ring to simple diamond stud earrings to luxe tennis bracelets to loose diamonds in every size and shape. Lastly, I know every shopping experience is going to be extraordinary thanks to Sissy's promise of exceptional service, unmatched quality, and of course, natural diamonds. They always take great care of me, and I know they'll take great care of you too. I'm telling you, the only real diamond is a natural diamond from Sissy's Log Cabin. Find yours by shopping online at sissyslogcabin.com or visit any of their 6 locations in Pine Bluff, Little Rock Heights, Little Rock Promenade, Jonesboro, Memphis, or Conway.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end October 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Fellas, are you dealing with low energy? Do you not have the same pep in your step that you used to have? It could be low testosterone. Testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT, is the answer. But guys, we have different T levels, man. We're not all the same. Don't go for TRT with a standard dosage plan. Ask. There is a difference. Look for TRT with an optimized personal treatment plan. That's what you'll get with the experts at Low T Center. They provide advanced therapy and have over a decade of experience to back it all up. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
You're from Pennsylvania, obviously born in Pennsylvania, but listen, you've been a Southern guy now for quite a while. You live time. You live outside of Atlanta. Would you prefer to stay in the South, or does it just wherever the opportunity? If you were to coach again, you love coaching in the South?
Well, I'll put it this way: when we went to Mississippi State, my wife, who's a Pittsburgher, did say, "Well, we moved up north to Mississippi." And when you've moved up north to Mississippi, from Florida to Mississippi, when Mississippi's considered up north, you're limited on where you're going to really live life. I mean, both my kids are born in Starkville. They're Southern kids. Lived here, right? I mean, I'm considered in the South, right? I'm a damn Yankee. I came and then stayed. Like Yankees, most Yankees come and then they leave. The damn Yankees come and stay. So I've come and stayed. But being here so long, you just get into Southern life, Southern culture. I love being in the South. I love being where football matters.
There we go. That was Dan Mullen, by the way, at the Touchdown Club yesterday. Nathan Brown next week.
He's just got a different turn to him, don't he?
Yeah, he does.
It's not a bad thing. It's he's just got a different, almost like a quirky type personality.
It is.
It seems.
It is. Me. And watching him, he doesn't connect as well. For example, when McElroy was talking last week, there was a different connection with the audience, and
he doesn't.
Mullen doesn't have that.
He doesn't care to, though.
I don't think. Yeah, that's his personality.
I think he actually likes pissing people off.
I think prickly was a really good way of putting it. Seriously, I thought that was pretty spot on.
Today, Robert Cool, that's Kool, Cool Bell from Kool and the Gang, turned 74. That's a little ladies' night right there. A song that you can hear from Chuck Gatlin's band called what? What's the name of your band?
Southern Frayed.
Southern Frayed. Do we have an official open for Chuck?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
What do you mean does he have an official
open? Well, because he would be
the greatest open ever made.
Yeah, it's actually my best effort, some would say. Let's see if we can find it.
Which is really
If
sad.
Justin Moore is the Michael Jordan of Family Feud, then this man is the Scottie Pippen. He's the most famous Arkansas State alum that works at the Buzz. He's the best promotions director in the greater Little Rock area. Joining Morning Mayhem, it's Chuck Gatlin.
Wow. Did you pick that song?
I did. This is like
every week.
Justin,
that's my hint. That's my hint.
Is this deja vu? Every week. It's did you pick that? No. Josh wrote it. Josh picked it. So we do this every time.
So Justin, this I've been to one of Chuck's concerts. I've been to one of Chuck's concert and shows before.
Yeah.
You don't play one song like that. Not one. Not one song like that. So I just thought maybe you'd hear it and go, why don't we put some songs like my band play, Southern Frayed to play? That's all I was saying. That's all.
I know.
I'm just reminding you to go, no, it was Josh, and I'm going to change it. No, it's okay.
I like Master of Puppets more. I think it's fitting.
Master of Puppets. All right, what you got for us, Chucky?
A lot of stuff.
Okay, a lot of stuff.
Okay, so this weekend, is the big North Little Rock Air Show.
Yes, we'll be there Friday.
Chuck.
Absolutely.
See you, buddy.
All right. Justin, I need you to take a nap.
Take a nap.
Good to hear from you, pal.
The grown-ups are talking now, Justin. So we have some VIP passes that you can win. And it's a text contest, so you're going to text the word SPEED to the Buzz text line for a chance to win.
Right now?
Anytime. It's going on currently.
Well, thanks for telling me, Chuck. I'm glad of that. As opposed to reward these tickets.
Well, it's for everybody. It's not just the morning show.
Okay.
It's everybody. So you text SPEED to our text line. The winner gets 2 VIP tickets valid for the 11th and 12th, plus 1 drive session in a Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari, Shelby GT, or a 707 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk.
I'm taking the McLaren on that one.
That's pretty big. Simmons Bank Championships coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like everybody but Rainwater will be doing shows from there. From Pleasant Valley Country Club.
Yeah, that'll be, listen, it's going to be outstanding. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Not gonna do it.
So you guys have been, you have some tickets to give away. The Zone has some tickets to give away. And starting next week, we're going to be qualifying people to win an honorary observer pass.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's
that
fancy
gets you
stuff.
like behind the rope.
Watch out.
To walk
behind the ropes, clubhouse, all the things.
So that's going to be huge. So yeah, we'll
huge.
Sorry, I'm reading this as we go.
Good
Starting next
preparation.
week. Starting next week, each
Thank
you have. So this is how it's going to work. Starting next week, each show was going to have a golfer you're going to announce.
You'll text speed to get involved with the golfer. Yeah.
Yeah. Then at the end of the week, we'll take all the qualifiers and draw a winner.
Is Chuck okay?
Thought John Daly would be drunk.
It's just his prepreration.
JM, if you could see me right now,
He's got 19 sheets of paper. So unorganized right now. Yes,
this is awful.
Yeah. I know, buddy. You got a lot going on. Man.
And look hey, October 31st, Halloween night, we're throwing a Halloween party for the Arkansas Food Bank at Flyway Brewing. We're going to start that at 6 o'clock. It's open to the public. There's no cover.
Okay.
Costume contest.
Is it just a buzz thing,
be
or is there anybody else involved in
It's just us.
Okay.
Yeah, but anybody can come.
Okay.
You don't have to buy a ticket. Just show up, and God willing, you'll donate some money to the food bank.
Yes.
Come on out and do that.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
And then we got our live shows. It's a bye week, so no Roger at Boudreaux's.
Yes, that's
so
right.
Go to Boudreaux's anyway.
Yes, that's right. That's
You'll
right.
be out at Oaklawn Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday,
Yeah. Mainline Sports Bar Thursday night. Yes.
And I think I've.
And then and then you always plug your band.
Yeah, we'll be. We're going to be playing
typically first
a fundraiser,
Yes.
the Evening of Wishes for Make-A-Wish, Saturday night.
Okay.
So you can get tickets for that and help a great cause. That is Make-A-Wish at MakeAWishMidSouth.org.
All right, we're going to give away. What do we want to give away for match game here? Let's play
Simmons Bank championship
If you want
tickets.
to go, if you want to get in to see the golf tournament coming up in a couple weeks, it's very cool and need to contest it.
Weather should be great too. For
Yeah,
that,
the extended weather
honestly.
looks really good. 661-1037 is the number if you want to play. Someone says on our D3 Auto Sales text line, they were talking about chemistry on the Razorback football team. I think chemistry is a huge part of any team. It's just not quantifiable, but it's how a lesser roster will sometimes beat a better roster nearly every time. I do think there's something to that. I do think there's something when you play as a team.
Yep.
There's and leadership. Yeah.
It's like me and Justin. Playing Family Feud.
Family Feud. That's what you're going.
We put all our differences aside, and when we're in between the lines, we play for each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very
also,
nice.
I will say to go along with that too, some talent in the right spots.
Yeah.
Is very very helpful.
There's no question.
Yeah, you got guys go ahead, Justin.
No, please go ahead.
Well, just like Landon Jackson can wreck a game, right? He can wreck. Right. I thought the A&M game. I mean, he was about as disruptive as a player could be.
Right.
Taylor Green. The other night, I keep mentioning this. During the broadcast, Herb Street said, "Man, that's great coverage by Tennessee. It's just a better throw." He said about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Right. Jaquindon, good example. Braylon, good example. Just the right amount of Armstrong, great example. The right amount of talent, and like you said, the belief playing together.
It is, and I'll tell you, it is. Again, not to say anything negative about the former team, but the kind of the attitude that you hear and the kind of players, it feels different.
They weren't as talented, and they weren't
together. They weren't together.
Connected.
It just, that's a real thing. I mean, all of us who've played on good teams and good organizations know that. All right, we got to contest it. Let's play.
It's time to play the match game. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or check online at arkansastruck.com. Now let's see what wacky answers the guys can come up with.
Heather's on line 1. I'm not sure why he's...
What is it?
Heather's on line 1.
Heather Baker?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The contestant. Why was Chuck laughing?
I don't know.
I've never heard him say what wacky answers the guys
you've
can
never heard
come
that?
up
Okay,
with.
you normally do Family Feud. Yeah, I thought
So you don't.
Yeah.
You don't normally listen to the show.
Touche.
I'm always in here for Family Feud. We're playing match.
We're playing match game. This is different. Yeah. We're all on the same team. We're trying to help the listener. Heather, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right. We want to help you win tickets to the Simmons Bank Championship held at Pleasant Valley coming up in a couple of weeks. Here we go. So give us a chance to get our answer before you give us yours, okay?
Okay.
John Daly is calling me on my cell right now. This is going to be an epic call at 9 o'clock if we get him. All right, here we go. Because it's National Face Your Fears Day, I'm going to go face blank. Face blank. Heather, give us a chance to get our answer first. Face blank. 2 or 3 different directions you can go. Josh, you got yours?
I have
JM,
mine.
you got yours?
Yep.
All right, Chuck, you got yours?
Got mine.
All right, Heather, what you got?
Face mask.
Face mask.
Ooh, that's a
very
good
good one.
Wow.
Very good one.
Can't think of anything.
That's okay. Let's go to Chuck. Chuck, what'd you have?
I said face plant.
He's talking to the mic.
I said face plant.
Face plant, which sometimes happen. Justin Moore, what'd you have?
Hand to God, I had face mask.
Oh, well, how about
Good.
that? Wow, very nice. Hand to God, he said. Is that what he said?
That's only
hand
like
to
the
God.
second time I've ever
Matched.
matched.
I was thinking you did last
Thank
week
you,
too.
Josh.
I was thinking.
It's only like the second time, and
Wow.
this is my third year,
Maybe it's
so.
Chuck's magic. What'd you have, Josh?
I had face plant.
Face plant, yes.
So I'm
I had
Chuck.
I had one of my favorite movies that we haven't seen very much.
Face off.
Face Off, yeah. Yes, and then the other one. There's another one you could have gone. Well, what's a very popular Facebook social media? That's Heather. You are going to watch golf. Some of the best golfers in the world.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Let's play one more. Let's do one more contestant.
Hey, all right.
I do want to thank Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Chris and Donnie and the guys for sponsoring Match Game. Who we got here? What's your name?
Clint.
This is Clint. All right, here we go. Let's go with Jet Blank. Justin talked about he did not like flying. He just would rather not. He has a fear of flying, which is understandable. So let's go Jet Blank. Jet Blank. And what's our contestant's name?
What's your name again?
Clint.
Clint. That's right.
Clint,
Thank you.
Clint.
All right, Clint. Give us a chance. Let's see. You got yours.
A lot of ways you can go with this one.
Yeah, there sure is. You got yours, Josh?
Yeah.
All right, let's. All right, Clint. What's your answer?
Shoot, I came jet plane.
Jet plane.
Jet plane.
Jet plane. Let's go to Chuck. Chuck, what'd you have?
Fuel.
Jet fuel. Justin Moore, what'd you have?
I was sticking with the football theme, and I went jet sweep.
Jet sweep. You're right. A
Ooh.
lot of different directions to go here. What did you have, Josh?
Jetway.
Jetway.
Isn't that like a runway?
Jetway. Okay.
That was so common. You see the way he was talking to me?
Jetway. Okay, that's all right. I was thinking of summer. Clint, I went with jet ski. Jet ski. So I am sorry.
There's a bunch of them on that.
I know.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, sorry about that. You want to do one more?
Do it.
One more. Let's see if we can give this
Will you
away.
be mean to me again?
What's that?
Will you be mean to me again?
No. 661-1037. There we go. Keep trying. 661-1037. We want to give these tickets away. It's going to be what's your name, caller?
Mark.
All right, here we go. Bug blank. Give us a chance to think about it. Chuck had a really confused expression on his face there. There you go. This should be an easy one. I think we should get a match here.
Hey, Mr. Man.
All right. What did you? Let's see. What's our caller's name?
Mark.
Thank you, Mark. What's your answer?
Bug spray.
Bug spray. It would seem to be a good one. Let's go to Chuck Gatlin. Chuck.
Bug spray.
Justin Moore, what did you have?
Bug spray.
What did you have, Josh?
Bug out.
And I had bug bite.
Okay,
So very good. Mark, you are a winner. You get to go see the Simmons Bank Championship. How about that? Well done.
Thank you, guys.
All right. I think we'll come back. If we have enough time, we'll talk to Daly. If not, we'll go to 905. This may be an interesting call with our buddy JD. I don't know where he's at. He's excited about the win. So obviously he wants to talk about the Razorback win. And this is the birthday boy here, Bruno Mars. What is he? How old is he? He's born in 85. Do the math.
39, though.
39. Still a young man. Chuck, thanks, buddy. Oh, you're doing
broadcast real quick. Morning Mayhem at 8th Street Trailer Sales. Tomorrow morning, the Zone's going to be at the State Fair Thursday, and then you guys are at the
Jacksonville Air Show.
Yeah. Friday.
So
North Little Rock Air Show.
North Little Rock.
North Little Rock. Thank you. HA Trailer Sales in Hot Springs tomorrow.
And the Zone is the old bank. The Zone is at the old bank.
Gotcha. Yep. All right, so hang tight. This is going to be may need to buckle up here with JD. 8:46.
Girl, sit your hallelujah, 'cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
Roger Scott from my friends at Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. Well, they've done it again, just like they did for the summer auto loan special. The good folks at Alcoa Community FCU, they've put together an offer that just keeps getting better and better. This time is for your checking account. If you want a checking account that gives you the opportunity to earn up to 6% on your balance, then Alcoa's Casasa account is the one for you. Just do the things you're already doing, like using your debit card regularly, have a direct deposit, and receive e-statements, and you're in. That's not enough for you? How about having all your ATM fees waived? That's right. Use any ATM you want, and Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union will refund the fee. Reach out to Stephanie or Jill and talk to them about starting your Casasa checking account today. They'll even help you get all your direct deposits and ACH payments transferred over. How easy is that? Call today, 501-315-5626 to get started. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties.
The Grove Hunting Club in Jefferson County has over 12,000 acres of waterfowl hunting that's a short hour away from Little Rock. The 13,000 square foot main lodge can accommodate 50 hunters with 20 private rooms, a locker room, and pro shop. The Grove has 8 private cabins and a secondary lodge that's 1,800 square feet. New Green Tree Reservoir is under development. Book your next hunting trip at the Grove. Call 870-692-3221 or email thegrovehuntingclub@gmail.com.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Is joint pain, soreness, and achiness getting in the way of your best life? Football legend Emmitt Smith refuses to back down to pain. That's why he's a huge advocate for QC Kinetics and their natural approach to getting you relief.
Look, we get one trip around, so I wouldn't ever let pain stop me from hanging out with my race team, traveling with my family, or golfing with my friends.
Emmitt's got it right. And QC Kinetics uses regenerative medicine to relieve that never-ending pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. And the best news, there's nothing foreign being introduced into your body. Just your own body's natural healing properties. No surgery or no downtime.
If pain's holding you back, maybe it's tennis, pickleball, running, hiking, or spending time with special people in your life, what are you waiting for? This is precious time. Get out there and get over to QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
The Zone with Justin Acree and DJ Williams will be live at the 2024 Arkansas State Fair Media Day this Thursday. The State Fair is always a good time, and the guys will have the inside scoop on all of the rides, events, and, of course, the food.
If you're sick of this election already, the back and forth, the mudslinging, and hearing about why this person is right for you, know this: the payroll company is tired of it too. That's why they're offering election payroll relief. 2 whole months of payroll for free. Plus, new customers will get 50% off setup fees. This offer is good now through November 5th. Finally, a reason to get excited about an election year. The Payroll Company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We carry Steel's full line of outdoor power equipment. Dad started the business, and we've been family owned for over 30 years. Take exit 42 in Searcy to Henry Foothills Equipment.
Morning Mayhem at the North Little Rock Air Show Friday morning as pilots prepare for a 2-day show. Special Friday night performance with fireworks. Gates open at 3:30 Friday afternoon and 9 a.m. for the Saturday show. $20 for both days. Kids 12 and under are free. VIP and reserved seating available online at nlrairshow.com.
Want to reach the show? Well, give us a call or text at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
Exhilarating.
I'm in deep. Dark hole! Jesus fuck!
Clark?
Oh! Jesus!
I don't remember that scene, Justin. Do you recognize that scene?
No, I didn't.
You said a Christmas Vacation.
I think it was, right?
I don't recognize it.
Was it him in the water when he's like hallucinating about the woman?
Was that Christmas Vacation or is that just Vacation?
So. I don't know. One of the two.
Chevy Chase's birthday is today. So many great movies for him. When you think of him, Justin, where do you go to first for Chevy Chase?
I mean, it's got to be Christmas Vacation for me.
Yeah, there's a Caddyshack, Christmas Vacation.
Caddyshack, yeah.
Or the Wally World one. But it's got to be Christmas.
I guess Caddyshack's more synonymous with Bill Murray, right?
Yeah,
I would think so. And he was kind of a secondary character.
Yeah,
Bill Murray, really.
Yeah,
in that movie.
He's 81 today. Can you believe it? Chevy Chase is 81?
Is that right?
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver.
Oh,
when you think of Sigourney Weaver, what do you think of?
One movie.
Alien,
and Aliens.
Right, and Aliens. Working Girl was in that. There's also Ghostbusters. She was the alien, and turned out to be the alien in Ghostbusters.
She was in Avatar as well. I think. Yeah.
Also, John Daly coming up. He's going through a lot of emotions right now. I can tell because his Anna, his longtime girl, and her family, they're getting ready to get hit again by this massive storm Milton. And so he's a bag of emotions right now. I don't know what's going to happen when we get him on the line. Matt Damon's birthday is today, too. When you think of Matt Damon, Justin, where do you go first? Saving Private Ryan, Talented Mr. Ocean's 11, Born Identity?
No.
Monuments Men?
No.
Goodwill Hunting.
He did with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Goodwill Hunting. Yeah.
Born movies.
Do you? I of course, Saving Private Ryan is pretty good.
I've seen those,
but he's
pretty good.
You got to see those. They're fantastic.
I will.
Saving Private Ryan, though, he's not in the movie until halfway through.
That's right. That's true. He doesn't have a huge role. I tell you, Monuments Men is good. Ocean's 11, he's good. I didn't realize he was Courage Under Fire.
He's in The Departed.
Oh my gosh, he's great in The Departed.
Yeah, he was such a jerk.
What about this? What movie is this? Give the man his money.
Rounders.
Yeah, have you seen that one, Justin? It's so good.
Yeah.
What's the actor's name?
Teddy KGB. It's
Teddy KGB. Is what it is.
Shoot, what's his
name?
Give
the man his money.
John Malkovich.
Malkovich. Yes, it's his birthday today. And The Miz. I don't know that it's The Miz. The Miz. He's a wrestler. I know, but I can't think of what he looks like.
He also was like a star on the original Real World.
Oh, is that right?
The reality show. That's where he got his start.
So Roger brought this up yesterday, Justin, and I was focused on something else, so I wasn't able to pay attention as closely. So apparently, Cody
Rhodes
saw a performance of the band at UAPB. How did this thing work?
So at the UAPB Arkansas game this year, the UAPB band
put on a show.
They played Cody Rhodes' song.
His entry song.
And I noticed this during the game. So I was like, are they playing Kingdom? This is kind of pretty weird. And then, so Cody had them go to the pay-per-view this past weekend, and they played Kingdom for him when he came out.
Do you know what?
How cool is that?
Do you know? Yeah, but very cool. They took they paid for the whole band to go.
Yeah,
right?
I just know the song because of Cody Rhodes.
Do you know? Do you know the song, Justin? Kingdom.
No,
it's one of those weird wrestling songs.
By the way, last night, if you did not stay up and watch the entire game, Kansas City Chiefs undefeated 5-0, beat the Saints. The Saints, pretty good football team, beat them 26-13. I will say, Justin, it was discussed at the end of yesterday's show talking about our picks for Oaklawn. I'm very honored to make picks put myself out there to try to help other people win money. I was 5-1 in college, 4-0 in the NFL. I've stunk it up all year with
That's
NFL.
a good week right
it
there.
is a good week. Thank you. 9-1 altogether. So, and I'm stayed away from the Hogs. I didn't want to curse them, even though I felt good about the game all last week. Remember, I said, man, we could play with these guys.
5-1 this week. Exactly. I mean, I can't decide who's kissing his butt more, you or him.
Okay.
But you guys are obviously very.
Okay.
Wow. Listen, he goes.
Yeah, that was. Did
I drag down this stupid picks?
Hey,
No,
hey.
because no one can.
No, that's not true.
It's not true because they pay you all to put your picks on their sports app.
And they want us to do. Want us to do well. By the way, did you see Justin? Sissy Houston died yesterday. She's the 91-year-old mother of the late Whitney Houston. Did not realize her background. I knew that she sang in the Sweet Inspirations, which sang for Elvis, but she was also apparently she got song credits as a backup singer for Aretha Franklin's "Think" and "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman," Van Morrison's "Brown Eyed Girl," and Dusty Springfield's "Son of a Preacher Man," just to name a few. I'm telling you, that's pretty salty. Those are pretty salty classics. And she also was apparently she had sang on 600 songs. Pretty amazing. It had to be horrible for her to outlive her daughter, especially obviously how great Whitney Houston was.
I didn't realize she was a singer.
I know. Yeah.
Until I read that.
Yeah. The other thing, did you see where Chris Christopherson, of course, we talked about him passing
last week,
but
right?
the number of streams, his streams are up 2,292% since his passing. So I love that. The fact that
that's good.
Yeah, you have something like that, and it helps draw people to his work. Also, a little bit later, maybe in the 9 o'clock hour, I've got a list of the top Southern rock songs of all time. I think Justin Moore needs to give his opinion of this. But next, we've got John Daly coming up, which John's dealing with a lot of emotion right now. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know where he's at. But we'll
awesome. That would be my guess.
Yes, we'll also talk to Terry Connor Johnson. You ought to hear the list of potential honorees and the potential inductees for the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. I want to get JM your thoughts on some of the names that we'll mention. Don't go away. It's 9 o'clock here in Morning Mayhem.
Fort Thompson is having a Benelli and Drake sale October 10th and 11th. All Benelli shotguns receive a blind bag and gun case. Also, register in-store to win a $1,000 Drake waterfowl package at Fort Thompson's in Sherwood.
Arkansas wide receiver Isaiah Satania joins Randy and Rick on Drive Time Sports each week this football season, presented by Johnston's Home Center. If they don't have it at Johnston's, you probably don't need it. That's Isaiah Satania on Drive Time Sports and 103.7 The Buzz.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Little Rock. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors and openers of their choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Little Rock. Enter now at overheaddooroflittlerock.com. You can't win if you don't enter. Overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
Morning Mayhem wants to know, is it fact or is it crap? Listen each week for your chance to play, presented by Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am and Sea-Doo of Russellville. Whether you're on the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
RDOT is preparing to begin another phase of traffic shifts on the Interstate 30 River Bridge in Little Rock and North Little Rock this weekend. Construction on I-30 will close all westbound lanes with detours from 10 p.m. Friday, October 11th through 5 a.m. Monday, October 14th. Eastbound traffic will not be affected by construction. This will be the second of 3 phases of traffic shifts to transition onto the River Bridge. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff's marching musical machine of the Mid-South Band has returned home from Atlanta with an accomplishment they can be proud of for life. It all started when the Golden Lions played the Razorbacks at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. During the game, the band performed Kingdom, the entrance music of WWE star Cody Rhodes. Video of that performance was then shared online. Rhodes saw it, reached out, and asked the band to perform at WWE's Bad Blood event. Band members say it was the trip of a lifetime. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in central Arkansas. Today, sunny with a high of 79 in Little Rock and a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The night clear and chilly, a lot of us dropping into the 40s. Little Rock, a low of 51. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Pure Sweat Skills and Training's Bart Reed. Made possible by Martin Orthopedics with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
Hey folks, Roger Scott here with some fantastic news from Lions Drug. Are you looking for an affordable solution to improve your quality of life? Well, listen up, because Lions Drug has got you covered. Lions Drug is now offering FDA-approved generic Cialis. It's known as Tadalafil. And the best part? You can save up to 80% on all strengths of Tadalafil. You heard that right. Up to 80% savings on the same trusted medication. Whether you need a lower dose or the full strength, Lions Drug has got it all at unbeatable prices. Imagine the convenience and savings when you switch to Tadalafil from Lions Drug. So why wait? Head over to Lions Drug today and take advantage of these incredible savings. You deserve the best, and Lions Drug is here to deliver. Visit Lions Drug online at lionsdrug.com or give them a call at 844-676-2247 or stop by in person and learn more. Remember, that's up to 80% off all strengths of Tadalafil only at Lions Drug. Lions Drug, where great service and amazing savings are just a prescription away.
Charged with a crime? Hire the Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. Exceptional communication and exceptional results in both the negotiating room and the courtroom. Lion Legal, the legal pride of Arkansas. Call 227-ROAR and Lion Legal will come roaring to the rescue.
Be prepared for dove season by stopping by Max Prairie Wings for all the gear you need, like the Mojo Voodoo Dove Motion Decoy 2-pack on sale for just $49.99. Or maybe the Mojo Dove A Flicker decoys are for you, on sale at $39.99. Or the Ultimate Decoy System, the Lucky Duck Dove Flocker at just $99.99. And what's a hunt without the right ammunition? Winchester Dove Loads at just $79.90 a case, but available in-store only. So don't wait. Stop in today at Max Prairie Wings and get geared up for a hunt you won't forget.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
The North Little Rock Air Show takes flight this Friday and Saturday at the North Little Rock Airport. Special Friday night show. Skilled pilots perform jaw-dropping aerial stunts shooting fireworks. Gates open at 3:30 Friday. Gears up at 5. Saturday gates open at 9. Planes take to the air at 11. Static displays, car show, monster trucks, and kids zone. During the air show, you can drive a Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari, Shelby GT, or a 707 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk. NLRairshow.com for tickets and drive sessions.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holton Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Rock and Roll Sushi presents the Zone's Rock and Roll Challenge. Every Wednesday, Chris and Justin will spin the wheel of rock and roll knowledge and give you a chance to win a $20 Rock and Roll Sushi gift card. The Rock and Roll Challenge on the Zone is presented by Rock and Roll Sushi.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
All right, it's 9:06 on this Tuesday, October 8th. Beautiful day. Cool weather starting to move in, and I like it. Hogs off this week.
Feels like football season.
It does. It sure
morning.
does, man. It's super nice, JM. I walked outside this morning, so that's what I'm talking about. Justin Moore's on the show with us. Roger is not. He stayed for an hour and is going to get a heart checkup today, his annual heart checkup, and then Thursday he has the colonoscopy. I think I do the finger test today. The bend-over finger test, and that's what we men do when we get older.
The bend-over finger test.
and then I think, what else do I have?
Is that the official medical?
I guess
I think
that's
in med
what
school
it is.
they
I
teach
don't
that,
know.
the
Yes.
bend-over finger test.
But anyway, we'll be on the road tomorrow. Is it right? HA Trailer Show tomorrow.
HA Trailer Show tomorrow, then the North Little Rock Air Show on Friday.
If you missed it early, Justin's album drops Friday, as they say in the biz. And what's exciting, Justin, not only you're dropping the album, but you also, maybe knocking on the door of that 13th number one at some point in the next, 10 days, 12 days?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. That's awesome. some messages here as we wait on John Daly. We're also going to visit with Terry Condor Johnson of the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. So here's one that says, this is EM. Hey, guys, my mom came out of the shoulder surgery well. Just hurting real bad. Meant a lot that you guys said a prayer for her. So there you go, EM. That was great. Someone said, now we've got different views. Some were saying the clip that you played was from vacation. Some were saying Vegas vacation. I think he was I remember he was in the water. Wasn't he, Justin, in vacation?
Can I be honest? I didn't even hear it. I just told you I didn't know
it was sort of slow.
Can you play it again?
It's hard.
Do we have time to do that?
It's hard to hear what's happening.
I would think that I would know it because I've seen all those movies.
I did too, but it didn't sound familiar. There we go.
The water.
I'm in deep.
That's vacation.
Yeah.
And what's the girl?
I still don't recognize.
What's the girl? He's in the pool. Is it Cheryl?
Hi, honey.
What are you doing?
Yeah, my back was killing me, and I thought, I'll go loosen up the muscles. Well, I go to the car, get the bathing suit, jump right in, and it's all right. And guess what, honey? This person here was. I didn't see this person, so I screamed. That's why I was so surprised.
That's definitely vacation, isn't it?
Now, in the girl, that's she's in the Ferrari. He passes on the road, right?
Is it Christy Brinkley?
Christy Brinkley. I think that's right, Justin. That's a good job. Way to figure it out. Here's one that says, what about Fletch? Fletch is actually a pretty good movie.
I've not seen it. Everybody says it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Also, too, someone says here, I loved how Malachi Singleton came into the game, fired up, telling the guys, here's what's about to happen. He had great energy and showed no fear. I think the offense fed off of that, kept believing. Yeah, he's a confident dude. He's a confident dude, I'm telling you.
Second drive was a scoring drive, correct?
That's right.
Because things first
did not look good.
Little helter-skelter, but you know what? Like, what's to be expected in that situation, right? And then it's like, all right.
I like him as our backup. I like the confidence he shows. He threw the ball, the pass. I think he was 2 of 3.
Yeah,
he threw a nice pass on that screen pass.
Brings something a little bit different.
Yeah,
he's definitely a change of pace.
Someone says here, hey guys, Double R said last night that we don't actually cut it Tennessee a check. They wait till conference divvies up the money and they add the $250 to Tennessee's share, subtract $250 from ours. That way it's not a check going to a collective or NIL. I felt much better after hearing that. It's all the same
thing.
It's all the same thing.
What do you mean?
I don't see any difference in it.
It's accounting jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
great.
They're getting $250,000 of our money. Here's one. I was at a Justin Moore concert at the Justin Moore concert Thursday night. Have been to a lot of concerts and it was the best I've ever been to. I'm going to get my tickets for the Little Little Rock concert. That's January 18th. I'm going to tell you, Justin.
I appreciate you saying that.
You bet. That was. I love
much.
when the listeners say that. But so I was sort of with Darren, waiting for your concert to start, and so we got a chance to hear Randy, your opener.
Hauser.
What a voice on that dude! Holy cow! And
he's incredible.
It was like going to church. I mean, I really didn't. I know a little bit of. I've heard a little bit of his music, but man, he blew people away. So that's obviously a good
he's
combo.
a Mississippi Delta guy. He and I came out around the same time. He might have been even like a year before me, and so he and I have been really, really good friends for almost 20 years, and have done so many of these shows together over the years, and acoustic shows, and this is the second tour we've actually done together. Full tour, and great guy and a great friend of mine, and I think one of the best singers in the last 30-40 years in country music. I mean, he's really that good.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. You go ahead and go, Terry, if you want.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, Justin, but man, I know he's probably late 40s. Late 40s.
Yeah, I think he's 6-7 years older than me.
I was impressed,
like
man. He brought the energy and so that was a great combo of you two together. And of course, obviously you'll be playing January 18th. I was going to ask you a couple things too. Let me mention
a weird piece of news here: the Jets have fired Robert Saleh.
Wow!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
The Jets have fired Robert Saleh. Yeah.
Holy mackerel!
Huh.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
I did not either.
So does that mean the quarterback and him didn't?
I wonder. That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. And
that sounds like a Rodgers thing to me.
They played. They played decent, right? In London, wasn't that a good decent game?
No, they lost.
I know, but
Minnesota's good. Rodgers threw 3 picks.
Yeah, Minnesota's an undefeated team. I was thinking the same thing. Justin, I was going to ask. Today, these two songs were number one, and I want you to tell me which one do you prefer. I think I know what the answer is going to be. 1980. This was my senior year in high school. Let's see if this is daily. Let's see if this. No. 1980. Another One Bites the Dust by Queen, which was perfect for me because our team was undefeated. We hadn't lost a game. That was the theme song. Or 1984, Prince, Let's Go Crazy. Which of those two would you? I'm sure you're going to go with Prince on that one, right?
I don't know that I remember Let's Go Crazy.
We'll play that for you here in a minute. I thought for sure you would say
just based on.
Yes. Or would you go Another One Bites the Dust?
I like Prince's. I think he's a better artist, but I don't know that I recognize that song. So I would, based on the title, I would go Another One Bites the Dust.
Yeah. Okay. Well, which,
by the way, I think Queen's great too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was thinking about doing an instant poll, maybe of those two, because I know you're a big Prince guy, and I love this Prince song. I mean, it's one of my favorites. It's just so upbeat.
Is it? Oh, okay. So it's a tempo.
Do you have it there, Josh?
Song?
Let's Go Crazy by Prince.
One second.
Yeah, he's looking up. Yeah, it's and of course
is it a really recognizable song? And
I think yes. I think when you hear it, you will recognize it, and that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you, and it was again 1984. The reason here we go.
Dearly Beloved.
Yeah, Dearly Beloved.
Dearly Beloved.
Dearly beloved.
And he gets to move in here in a minute, man. He gets to drink it.
Get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun. Day.
Such a weirdo.
Or night.
Here we go.
So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one doctor, everything will be alright. Instead of asking how much of your time is left, ask me how much of your mind, baby. Cause in this life, things are much harder than the afterworld.
Probably playing every instrument on this.
This life,
oh, I'm sure.
And if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor.
You recognize it, right?
Oh yeah. I just for some reason I didn't know that title. I don't know why.
Yeah, there were some great.
I'd probably still go with Another One Bites the Dust as far as which song I prefer.
It's so iconic. Another One Bites the Dust. I mean, my gosh. Again, those were my college years. We had some good music coming out in the 80s. Let's go to the Hodges Glass, Little Rock Glass hotline. No John Daly yet, but we do have Terry Connor Johnson, who's in charge of making sure great names get into the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. Good morning, Terry. How are you?
Great. How are you guys doing?
Doing wonderful. So you've got the candidates. You've got over, I guess, right on almost 100. 50 that are regular voting and 50 that are either senior or posthumous voting. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, we got 50 on the regular, and actually we only have 47 on the senior posthumous, but almost 50.
Justin, here are some of the names. I'm just going to throw, these are possibilities. Ready? Tony Cherico, the guy I played with, Isaac Davis, Joe Falcon, who was a great runner for the Razorbacks back in the day, Felix Jones, Dallas Keuchel, Todd Knight, Greg Lasker, Jonathan Louigs, Clint McDaniel, Oliver Miller, Dennis Nutt, James Rouse, Derek Russell, James Shebest, one of my teammates, Clint Sterner, Reggie Switten, Scott Tabor, baseball player, Leah Thorvaldson, who was one of the great runners in our state, Kendall Trainer, a kicker with me, Kevin Williams, D'Angelo Williams, DJ Williams is on the list. Those are just a few. Obviously,
that's some pretty impressive.
I did not know
names.
D'Angelo Williams was.
He's an Arkansan. That's right.
No idea.
Fred Barnett, who played at Arkansas State, Kirk Bach, who coached at Bryant, Keith Carter, the AD at Mississippi.
Nah.
he played at Ole Miss. I knew you would say that. John Hargis, who was an Olympic swimmer. Greg Hatcher.
Man.
Yeah, who put wrestling on the map here in Arkansas.
Yes,
so those are the regular. Any thoughts on those, Terry? You want to share, or anybody I missed?
No, I mean, you went through a big part of the list. Some of the new ones that I did want to point out were Greg, and Greg has fought being on this list for a long time, and he certainly didn't want to be on it when he was president, but everybody talked him into allowing us to put him on there, so he's very deserving. And then Delmonica DeHorney, I don't know if you remember her.
I do.
Yeah, that's a new female on there, and Erica Leak, the new coach at UAPB.
Oh, that's right.
So she was a great player and as a great coach at the high school level. And now she's getting to take her chance at the college level. So that's just something that I want to mention.
I see Dennis Nutt, obviously the brother of Houston Nutt.
Yes,
let me see.
And he's really on there more for. He is a coach at Ouachita, but he's really on there more for his playing days. You know, he was. I'm trying to think. TCU. That's where he played. Yeah. And then he played in the pros also. So he's on there for his playing ability. Not that he's not a great coach, but that's what he's on there for.
I see Wallace Spearman Jr., great track athlete at Arkansas. Yes. Same thing with Eric Walder. Yeah. So you do. It's not all. This is not a Razorback Hall of Fame, but there are a lot of Razorbacks represented here.
I didn't realize so many of your teammates were on there. That's cool.
I know. Justin, extra credit for this. Can you tell me what was unique about Isaac Davis as an offensive lineman? He was he was a big 320-pounder, ended up playing for the Chargers. But what was unique about him in high school? Do you have any idea? Have you heard the story on him?
I don't guess I have. No.
He big, massive dude. Like I said, played in the league, NFL for a while. In high school, I think he was at Malvern, if I remember. Maybe not Malvern. It's somewhere in that neck of the woods. He would go in halftime. He would not go in the locker room. He would go out on the field and play in the band.
That's right.
Oh, no kidding.
He sure did.
In college?
In high school.
Okay.
It worked out in college, but he did do that in high school. Let's look at the senior and posthumous list. I see Cecil Alexander, who was obviously very instrumental with Oaklawn. I see Bo Busby, which Dan Hampton, one of his favorite guys. He's a heart doctor here in town. Lewis Campbell, one of the great Razorback DBs. Mel Collazo, big tennis player. Alex Collins is on here, which it's hard to believe you see his name on this list. It's almost weird to see it,
Yeah, it is. And this is the first year he's been on there.
Yes, James Dickey, basketball coach. J.B. Grimes, former football coach that coached me. I see Lee Hardman, a longtime coach down in Pine Bluff. Let's see who else. Beverly Lewis, AD. Just I don't know if you ever met her. She was the first female athletic director at Arkansas, if memory serves me right. Roland Sells. Okay, remember, obviously he had the great game in the Orange Bowl down in the 70s. And so how can folks, these are just some of all the names that are listed. If people want to vote for this list, how do they do it, Terry? And just like that, we just...
Sports Hall of Fame. .com, so they can go look at the list there, and then also at the website you can join. If somebody would like to join today and to give me a call, because you won't be able to do it for $25 online, but you can give me a call and I can do it over the phone. So any BAZZEL listeners that want to join and vote, they can do that for $25 today. Usually it's $50 for the just the regular person, and then $50 for coaches and past inductees, and then $100 for just a regular membership. So go to that website, check out the voting list. Please join and vote for your favorite sports heroes.
How many total go in, Terry?
Well, it depends. I'll tell you, this is the way it works. When the membership votes, the top 2 vote getters in the regular category automatically get in, and then the top in the senior posthumous one automatically gets in, because we want the membership have a say in who goes in the class. And then the board will meet in November, and they'll round out the rest of the class, and it can be anywhere from 8 to 10 people.
Gotcha. And you're retiring, is that right? You're officially?
I am.
That's official. Well, you've done a great... How many years you been doing? How many years you been doing this?
10 years. It'll be 10 years this December.
All right. Well, great job, and as always, and keep us posted. And again, just go to the Arkansas Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame website, and you can sign up and vote for all these folks.
Yeah, and also as far as my job, the job posting will be on there. We're working on that right now. So if anybody's interested in applying for the job, they can do that on our website.
Awesome. Thanks, Terry. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you. My friend Keith says, I love some Prince, but don't think it would be good for the stadium. Kids wouldn't get it. I'm not talking, that was not about the stadium. So, Justin, I made the point. I'm going to reach out to some of the folks at U of A, and it was great atmosphere Saturday night, but the problem was, one of the cool things they did, we had Houston Nutt on to talk about it yesterday. They played the speech, the famous speech that Houston had in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so to begin the fourth quarter, correct?
I think it was right there, right, yeah.
Yeah, so I read that. And I've been looking for it, and I can't find it. I'd love to see that in the stadium. I think that's a great idea.
Listen, they don't always get the stuff in the stadium right. They got that right. They didn't show the video because the video would have been distracting. You just heard it. And the only thing they didn't do...
Oh, show the video.
Well, but it was great because all you do is hear it. You're not distracted. You don't have to look up. You just hear it. And it was like, where's this coming from? And then if they had just cut it there and showed a hog, it would have been fine. But they added like 2 or 3 plays throughout the season or something. And it's just like, you don't need that. Just go to the end of that, and this hog appears. And the crowd went crazy. So that was good. The things I didn't like...
Do something before you tell me what you didn't like. Whether, and maybe that's what you do, I don't know, is you do that audio every time. But to have something to begin the fourth quarter,
I love it.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
I do too.
There are multiple, teams that do. Wisconsin does the jump around thing.
Right.
And, the Steelers do something to begin the fourth quarter. I'm forgetting.
Renegade by Sticks.
What is
they
it?
Play Renegade by Sticks.
And this is great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
And people go berserk. I tell you, if they would do that, even the Houston thing, or pick anything.
Well,
even the Houston thing, do it every time if people are expecting it. Oh, it's cool.
See,
you got.
I think you're right. Make that be a tradition to start the fourth quarter. And here's what the problem they had: the crowd's going crazy, the game's on the line, and you know what the music they play? Phil Collins. In the Air Tonight.
I know.
Which is slow. Nobody's clapping. So we come back from a timeout. Everybody's sitting down. I can feel it. I
will say, if you put that song, the right spot in that song,
just do the hook.
That song gets you jacked when it goes.
But it's only the hook. The problem is everybody sits there for 60 seconds leading into that, and so when you come back from the break, you need to be moving, you need to be clapping, you need to be standing. When we came back from the break, everybody was just sitting there.
South Carolina's got Sandstorm. Right. Penn State's got. I think they do the same thing too. Virginia Tech, they do Johnny Cash into Enter Sandman.
Which we should have Johnny Cash. We should have Johnny Cash.
Don't they do that when they run out?
Yeah. So what they do is
the game, or they do it at the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So what they do is when they walk from the locker room to the tunnel, they play "God's Gonna Cut You Down" by Johnny Cash, and then they go from that to Enter Sandman. So
that's
it's
cool.
it's just a great pairing, but you have to find that's such a key. You got to find something that for your school works.
And here's the thing, Justin. You sort of got to it. You said anything.
Yeah, I don't care what it is.
But here's the deal.
Just do anything.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the way these things normally happen, if you go back and look at any of these stories and how they develop, it's a lucky deal. Somebody in promotions throws a song out there, has no idea if it's going to work, and they look around going, wow. Look at the reaction. And so you don't want to do the same thing that somebody else did, but just start spitballing a little bit with songs that get people moving.
And if it doesn't work, there's no benefit to it not working.
Things.
Yeah,
because here's the thing is nothing's working right now.
That's right. Here's the deal, though. You've got to have something where people are up, clapping, moving, jumping, something, because you won't during the timeout. You don't want silence, and it's like, oh my gosh, we need to be pumping the guys
keep you up.
That's right. Keep you up.
It probably should be some type of rock song, like sounding rock song.
Sure.
If they don't use that, you and I agree on this, Baz. I don't know why they're so opposed to taking advantage of the Hank Jr. song, Hog Wild.
I know.
Everybody knows that I'm Hog Wild.
I know.
It's up-tempo. It's
about us.
I don't know why they...
I know.
I don't get it.
But they did get whoever came up with I'm going to tell them, whoever came up with that, because first of all, to take another coach's pep talk and to use it during your game is unique. You don't see a lot of that. And so I thought that was perfect. People responded.
Yeah,
it could be a tradition.
Show like even you could intertwine it while he's talking. Show I got that wood.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean stuff like that.
Well,
there's so many of those moments that would make people go nuts.
Justin, you don't think they do this to the Cowboys, and they do it a lot of NFL stadiums. You don't think if there's a video of Darren McFadden say, "Get up, get."
Exactly.
Oh my gosh! You have that every fourth quarter. The greatest player of all time, like you said, with the bat. He's got the wood bat.
Do that. Or have that call by Mike Nell. I think it was Nell. Darren McFadden's going to take it all the way.
Anything that gets you excited.
Anything like that.
I will say this: I did not hear "Hey Jude" Friday. Saturday rather.
Maybe you've complained enough. They've finally taken note of it.
I don't know. All right, we'll take a break. 9:27. If you want to be a part of the show, it's 661-1037. Still trying to track down John Daly. We're gonna see if we can get it done. If not, we'll try him tomorrow. Don't go away.
It's your Razor Hog update as Out of Bounds keeps you updated from the hill. Presented by Bradford Marine and ATV, your Ranger Boat Super Headquarters. BradfordMarine.com.
This is Sports Center.
There's only one undefeated team left in the AFC, and it's the reigning defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, who won again last night 26-13 against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr goes down in the game. Jake Haener has to step in for New Orleans at quarterback. For the Chiefs in this game, it was a big night from Kareem Hunt, who went over 100 yards on the ground. He also found the end zone, as did Xavier Worthy on the ground. Patrick Mahomes threw for over 300 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 catches for 130 yards on the evening. 2 games last night in the baseball playoffs. It was Detroit 3, Cleveland nothing, as that series is now even, and Kansas City beats the Yankees 4-2. That series is now even at a game apiece. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Plenty of sunshine in store for the remainder of your Tuesday, and temperatures near seasonal values with highs making it into the upper 70s. Should be a really pleasant fall day. Tonight, though, it gets chilly again as temperatures fall down into the 40s and the lower 50s, so you'll need that jacket as you start off your Wednesday morning. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Tuesday on Out of Bounds, we'll talk about that Arkansas victory over Tennessee with Brandon Marcello. He was right there on the field, standing next to Hunter Yurachek when the fans stormed the field. Also coming up, Coach Z, Matt Zimmerman, will join us. We'll get his thoughts also on the big victory. Plus, we'll talk a little NFL, Saints, Chiefs. Big show coming up Tuesday. Join us on Out of Bounds from 1 to 4.
This is Justin Acree. If you have hip or knee pain, it's time to see the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. I've known Dr. Lowry Barnes for years, and he is a Hall of Fame surgeon who has operated on many Hall of Famers like Terry Bradshaw and Sidney Moncrief. He refers to Dr. Jeff Stambo and Dr. Ben Stronach as the best joint surgeons in Arkansas, and they all work at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in Benton. They're your one-stop shop for all your lending needs. Shopping for a motorcycle, an ATV, maybe a boat or an RV. They've got you covered. How about a personal loan to help you with some unexpected expenses? Alcoa Community FCU does that too. And they consistently offer some of the lowest auto rates in the area. Apply securely online at alcoacommunityfcu.org for your next loan. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Springs, and Perry counties.
Hi, I'm David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, Arkansas's most trusted, highly rated, locally owned, and family-operated heavy and medium-duty diesel repair service. From Fords to Freightliners, specializing in suspensions, transmissions, brakes, DPF systems, and complete engine rebuilds. Tired of paying high dealership prices with long wait times? Let Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer get your truck back on the road where it belongs. Take Exit 7 off of I-440. That's Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer.
Fort Thompson is having a Benelli and Drake sale October 10th and 11th. First 10 customers purchasing a Super Black Eagle 3, 12-gauge, 3.5-inch shotgun will receive a free Benelli 12-gauge. Fort Thompson and Sherwood.
If you're sick of this election already, the back and forth, the mudslinging, and hearing about why this person is right for you, know this: the payroll company is tired of it too. That's why they're offering election payroll relief. 2 whole months of payroll for free. Plus, new customers will get 50% off setup fees. This offer is good now through November 5th. Finally, a reason to get excited about an election year. The Payroll Company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8. 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday,
dial 8 for Rainwater, Holds, and Sexton.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Can't listen to the radio? Don't worry. You can catch Morning Mayhem live every day. Just download the 103.7 The Buzz app.
I threw a ball back into the stand. Zach caught it. Remember that one?
I thought I threw a bag of chips.
Did you throw it?
I threw a bag of chips.
Maybe it was me.
I think I threw a bag of chips.
I thought it was a ball.
He caught. No, I think it was a bag
of chips. I have revisionist history. I threw a ball and my son caught it.
I thought I threw the chips and he caught it. I could be wrong. I think
no, you're right. You're right. I mean, you just destroyed my.
Sorry, Roger.
What a load. I threw a ball and my young son caught it. No, it was actually me and I threw a bag of chips. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. We are so silly. I actually like that.
You do?
I do. That's why. I like that better than Hey Jude. I'll say that.
It's just not the same without Buck.
No, it's just not. That's why we played that. The only Ross can do, the guy at the office that talks like that doing the fight song. Here's what it says. I went to JM's concert with my 16-year-old twin girls. We love JM, and I'm raising them right on Justin Moore and the Hogs. We are foundation members and want to give a big thank you to JM and all he does for our Razorbacks. That's from Shane. I love the fact.
Thanks, Shane. Appreciate it, man.
I love the fact that Justin's up there doing concerts, and one day we see, well, Justin's money's going towards the Slobber and Hog on the court, and then the next thing, all right, we got to pay Tennessee $250,000. It's just like,
I had no idea it went to the opposing team.
That just started. It's new. Yes.
So why? I mean, what?
I think
who made this rule
they
up,
had
by
the-
the way?
they
It's
had
just
the-
like, what? Okay, you got to pay the other team. Like, that don't make any
so it is.
sense.
It had been
I
going
mean,
to the conference. It had been going to the conference offices. So they thought, okay, if the team is having to deal with it, if you don't want to help out that other team, tell your fans not to go. Teach them not to go on the field. So the other team that's having to deal with it gets to benefit from it.
So what
are they really dealing with? For God's sakes!
Well, did you see
what
happened with Duke though?
What's that?
What happened with Duke though when they rushed the floor against
Somebody
Duke?
got hurt or something,
No,
right?
no.
It happens sometimes.
No. But Duke's an ACC school.
Oh, you thought that was?
So
I don't think that affected. I don't think we had any.
No, but what I'm
agreement with
saying is the whole reason why Arkansas is paying $250K.
Second one.
But it wasn't the first one, the court storm against Duke?
No, I don't think so. I think it's got to be. It's got to be a conference one, doesn't it?
It was either that or the Auburn one.
I think it's got to be all.
Talked about earlier.
Is it that old of a rule?
Well, I mean,
the whole thing's stupid. Storming the court is stupid. Number one. Number two. Who came up with these figures? I mean, is it just a few guys sitting around a board? The first one will be 100.
They did exactly what they did.
The second one will be 250. $500,000 every time.
Well,
and now we're going to give it to the opposing team. And what in the world does
it is?
We've done this before. I think the basketball court storming one is much more dangerous.
Sure, yeah, it's much more confined.
Home floor, more confined space.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Football doesn't bother me as much. Now, you still get incidents where it's like...
one of my favorite ones, Justin, and I think we may have it in the system somewhere, I don't know, but it was the one where I did the speech about go get the boot. So I go out there for Channel 7 and try to do the live shot, and or maybe it was a look live, and they are all over me. It's a great it's a great shot. I loved it. I loved it. Now, and so, again...
Here's my thing.
I don't know about getting hurt.
If it's warranted...
Yeah.
It's one thing.
What's warranted? Tell me what's warranted.
Okay,
what's warranted?
I mean, that particular
we lost 23 in a row or something?
Yeah, we had lost 20-plus games in a row.
Conference
in the
comms,
SEC.
yeah.
I can understand that. I still don't love it. But
right.
Whatever, I can get it. But it's the frequency with which it happens is that bothers me. And I'm not even talking about just Arkansas. I'm talking about across the country.
Right.
It's like if you beat the number 14 team in the nation – North Carolina State storms the field, or I'm just throwing names out there.
I think court stormings are more common than field rushing.
It's just like make it really, really special. Like okay, if we were playing, all right,
give me an example of it.
Let's say we're playing Texas. They're number 1 in the nation, right?
This year, yeah.
Yep.
All right, and that game happens to be the very end of the year, and between us and Texas. This is all hypothetical, obviously.
Okay.
We're playing to see who goes to the SEC championship game and we win.
Okay.
Then you do it.
If we're not in the mix, if we're not in the mix.
If you
but
do
you knock
it just
off number
to get
1,
to 4-2,
yeah.
I'm not demeaning what we did because it was a huge win. Huge.
Do you think that's what it is, Justin?
Just too, I don't.
Do you think it's because we had not?
So silly, and they haven't beaten us in like 25 years.
That's the thing that bothers you the most.
Well, I will say because I've been here 18 months,
yeah.
and I know that. Did y'all rush the field Texas win?
Yes.
Which one was bigger?
They were 15th. They were 15th.
We do it every
country.
time. We do it all the time.
I will say like
if we beat LSU, we're going to rush the damn field.
Yeah, it's like, and I
beat Missouri, we're going to not rush y'all's field. I mean, for God's sake, I remember that game. It's enough already.
The Texas game, they were rotating between Casey Thompson and Hudson Card, and like that's not one of those where I'm like, can't believe we beat those guys. We got to get ourselves in the field. I'm kind of with Justin on this one.
Yeah, I get it. I think now it's a thing to do. Everybody sees it's a lot of fun. And listen, here's the deal. Here's the crazy thing, Justin and Josh. It wasn't just kids rushing that field. I know there were dudes out there that were 50 and 60 years old on that field. I'm telling you.
Knock it off.
Taking with the kids, going out there with the kids. And,
Stop it.
It's just a celebration.
Look, can I be candid with you also? So I will say, if I've ever had a game where there is a field rushing, it is a good opportunity to get yourself a piece of memorabilia. Get yourself a piece of something.
Listen, I know.
I like you were going to say you were getting a piece of...
Yeah, I don't condone stealing, but you know what? If I snatched a water bottle from the UVA sideline a couple times, I have.
So Justin Moore's, if you use the Justin Moore...
The court storming policy.
So there's only one game left that we should even think about having the possibility of going on the field, and that's Texas, right?
I agree with that.
No, I said if it's to win the SEC.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's the only one.
But we're playing them earlier than that, so it won't be.
That's November.
No, anybody listening, stop it. Don't do it.
If they're number one and we have a chance to beat...
Because hell, Texas ain't beat us in a long time either.
I think, so I like Justin's idea because if you can win a comp, like the celebration always happens on the field.
Yeah.
So I do agree with like like people are going to make their way down there anyway. So I do agree with that idea, right? Or to go to the SEC championship game or whatever it is. I'm fine with that. I do think though, let's just say Arkansas is what? 7-4. Or what could the record be?
That's what I was
Texas game.
That's what I was looking
Let's
to see.
just say if they're 6-4 when they play Texas, right? 6-4.
Okay.
They can reasonably be the record. All right.
Right.
And they beat Texas, number one in the country, and you beat them.
Okay.
Are you on the field?
All right. Okay. What if we're 7-2?
When does?
What if we're 7-2?
Even less of a reason, though.
Huh?
Even less of a reason.
So I'll ask both of you. Where does it end? You do it against number 4, then you do it against number 1. Is it number 8 okay? Number 10? I mean,
no,
like what?
Don't you think it's number 1?
Where does it stop? Where does it stop?
Don't you think it's number 1? That's the big. Listen,
number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
In college basketball, especially.
Maybe I'm just
well, Justin, we have not. No, Justin. No, we haven't been good enough. I think that's the problem. I think when you're good enough, it's not a big deal. We haven't been good for the last decade, and I think
I think you're right.
I think that's what it is.
That plays a part in it.
I think that's what it is.
I have said a couple times, and I still stick by this. This is not even just an Arkansas thing. This happens constantly.
It is. That's right. I agree.
Oh my God!
And so I just don't get it. Here's the thing with the younger kids that are in college right now, and if there are any listening, please listen very, very closely. I realize in your lifetime we have struggled.
Yeah.
But do a little bit of damn research and look at the history of our, program.
Right.
It's not all about the last 12, 14 years.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's what embarrasses me, because when I was growing up, we were always pretty good.
I know. That's it.
Maybe not Alabama under Saban good.
It's been bad, though. You're right. It's been bad.
Really, but do it. Read up on it.
Justin.
YouTube some stuff and go, you know what? This is a little embarrassing. Start a movement up there in the frats and the sororities and go, guys, let's act like we've been there before.
Well, it'd
be like me having another number 1 and acting like a complete fool.
Well, you've had 12 number ones.
Stop it.
You've had 12. We have not. We were 26 and 70 something, right? The last.
Yeah, look. I mean,
we've been bad.
Before that.
I know.
It had not occurred to me that they shouldn't be on the field until Justin said something. Because I mean, once again, like,
well, you've made this argument before. Justin's not the first time but the last time.
No, I'm saying Justin's consistent about it, but I mean. It felt important, man.
You do want to feel like you've been there before, and maybe we haven't been there so long.
This group, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. You're right, and we've not only been a minute. It's been a frustrating, agonizing.
This is a 4-8. This team was 4-8 last year.
Yeah.
And also the coach is really up against it because every single time push comes to shove in a close game against a good team, guess what happens? They fold up. Yeah. They fold up shop. And so this time it was a top 5 team at home. You were down
25 years.
You were down 2 scores. Yeah. You came back. You took the lead with the backup.
Yeah.
And you shut them down.
We wanted to.
And it's like
I'm not doing any more shows for NIL. Let's knock this off.
Now, your money's going down the tubes.
University money that's now going down.
I'll give Justin. You have a reason to complain, Justin. All right, let's get some calls real quick here.
I'll concede on that one. I think JW is there.
Phone lines are lit up. Good morning, caller. Go ahead.
Hey, look, everybody may disagree with me or
that's okay.
Agree with me. I have no idea.
We'll find out. Good morning, caller. What you got?
Hey, man, since everybody's doing some complaining, I want to tell you from a fan's perspective, we were at about the 50-yard line, about 10 rows back, and I've got to say, everybody around me thought the same thing. let's spend some money on the damn paint. The hog looks pathetic.
Thank you.
We're on national television. A&M's got their whole state lit up in the middle of the field. Alabama's got a big, bright red. We don't look like we've painted since 1986.
That did not look good. Thanks, JW. Appreciate that. Did you notice that, Justin? I had some people text me.
No, what's he saying?
The middle of the field, the hog was so dull. It was faded. It's just like they didn't even paint it.
Repaint?
It looked horrible. People go, "What's going on with our field? It looks terrible."
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
how they hadn't been home?
They didn't repaint it.
Yes, they need to paint the thing. Yes, it looked terrible.
Do they paint it typically every game?
They should. I mean, LSU
they're spending too much money on paint. They've only played 2 home games.
It was. I'm glad he brought that up because several people had said, "Why does our field look so bad?" Squeeze in one more call here. I know we have the phone lines are lit up here.
All right.
Good morning, caller. Go ahead.
This is Brad from Cersei.
Go ahead, Brad.
During Harding home games, they rush the field every game.
They rush it every
Clemson
game.
does that too.
Okay, that's right.
Terrible tradition. I hate that.
They don't do it in a manic way. They do it in a...
It's not rushing the field.
It's not really rushing the field.
It's a different deal.
That's a bit different. And Clemson does that too. So I mean,
they just invite families.
Stay off the field.
That's not a celebration. That's just.
How about everybody stay in the stands and sing the fight song, and then call the Hogs, and then take your rear end back out to your tailgate and have a few cold beers and go home.
Justin,
stay in the.
I'm tired of wasting my money.
Baz, was I not this passionate last time?
You were. You've been consistent.
It drives me absolutely insane.
Oh my Lord, that's too much. We'll take a break. I know we got some more calls. We'll try to get when we come back. 9:46. Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. And no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Baptist Health is there to support you in your wellness journey wherever it may take you. They really are so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner coming alongside you to help you live your fullest, healthiest life. From pediatrics to women's health to cardiac care to orthopedics to primary care. They offer the full spectrum of services you need to keep yourself and your whole family healthy, no matter what phase of life you're in. And you can always count on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be exceptional and compassionate. Listen, they're Arkansas's most trusted name in healthcare for a reason. For more than a century, Baptist Health has helped countless Arkansans create the healthy lives they deserve. And I know they can do the same for you. I know from experience the level of commitment they have for their patients. I've been a Baptist Health patient for decades, and I'm always in good hands. Their level of care is exceptional. Remember, life isn't just about living. It's about living well, and no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Ready to take the next step in your wellness journey? Visit Baptist-Health.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Join Morning Mayhem Wednesday at HJ Trailer Sales, 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs. You can see their full inventory online at hjtrailersales.com. It's Morning Mayhem in Hot Springs at HJ Trailer Sales, Wednesday starting at 6 on 103.7 The Buzz.
Chaos at our southern border. Millions of illegal border crossings, including those on the terror watch list, overwhelming our border communities, threatening national security.
The border is not a partisan issue. It's a national security issue. I've supported the wall, passed legislation to combat the flow of fentanyl, and provide better support for our border agents. I'm French Hill, and I approve this message because border security is American security.
Political ad paid for by French Hill for Arkansas.
What's up, fellas? Clint Sterner here. Look, if you're only middle-aged but wondering why it seems harder to keep up, you're not alone. It may be caused by low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to living your best life, but not just any TRT. Not those websites offering only basic treatments and at prices that sound too good to be true. See the provider specialist at Low T Center. They offer advanced personalized treatments with over a decade of experience. At Low T Center, you'll start with a simple test and get your results back in about 25 minutes. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
Justin Aker for CertaPro Painters. And if you're like me, you're a bit of a perfectionist. And when you look around your home and you see scuffs and faded colors on your walls, crack peeling paint on the outside of your home, it makes you unhappy. So put a smile on your face by calling CertaPro Painters. Protect that investment with quality painting from CertaPro Painters. They make your experience worry-free, and it all starts with a free estimate. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. So quit putting off what you should be putting on. And that's new paint with the help of CertaPro Painters. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Out of the Woods Rescue's 12th annual Wolf Wag and Wine is October 11th at Rusty Tractor Vineyards. Help save animals and have a blast. Live music and dancing, a Mexican feast from Chewy's, beer from Lost 40 Brewing, plus wine, soft drinks, and a cash bar, and lots of fantastic items to bid on in their silent auction, including a stock the bar table. Have fun and help Out of the Woods Rescue save Central Arkansas animals. Find out more and get your tickets to Wolf Wag and Wine at ootwrescue.org.
Want to see our beautiful faces? Catch Morning Mayhem streaming live every day on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Just search 1037 The Buzz.
Shut up, Josh. Josh, shut up.
All right, 9:52, wrapping up things
Gosh,
here.
I'm so sorry, Josh.
That's how our football season started.
Hey, Baz, real
Yes,
quick.
yes.
Here. I was just thinking about this during the break. Here's my point.
Yeah.
With the whole thing. You always tell the story about when Holtz coached you.
Yep.
When the media comes in this locker room, you tell them this was not an upset.
Yep.
That's the way I want our fans
I get it.
and everybody to think. Like, hey, Tennessee fans, because there were a lot of them in the crowd. Yeah. We knew we were going to beat you. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Listen, even if it's a lie, though.
Well, the bottom line, Josh, in my opinion, I wouldn't think of it as a lie because, quite truthfully, we should have been minimum 4-1 going into that game and ranked.
Yeah,
but still, you would have been dogs though.
We
still would have been dogs.
We could have beat. Well, we're dogs because Arkansas gets absolutely zero credit no matter what they do. That's a fact.
But they hadn't won. But they had to this point. They hadn't won any big games yet this season, right?
Well, Missouri just played its first game.
They did. I'm not going to tell you Missouri's played.
But I'm saying they were top 10, and I'm just using them as an example.
Totally fair.
And but we never get the benefit of the doubt.
Here's some messages. JM, thanks for the concert. You just helped fund our NIL, the Tennessee head coach. We're gonna storm the stage when Justin's in Little Rock. Someone said Justin do a concert so we can buy some paint for our field. Oh my gosh!
You think all that foot traffic helped?
Well, it was already bad before we got everybody on the field. Somebody had a good suggestion. Somebody said, "What JM needs to do a public service announcement about please do not run on the field. They should
Don't go on the field.
Before the game, before every game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away money. We don't need to be giving away money to our opponents.
Let's give it to a left tackle.
Let's try to squeeze in a couple of calls before Justin gets in there. Justin Acre, that is. Good morning, caller. What you got?
David?
Yeah.
I have a question. Whenever they talked about these cupcakes coming in and we pay them $1.7 million, how much do we pay, like, Tennessee to come and play at Fayetteville?
We don't pay them anything.
Do we?
We don't.
Okay,
no,
you
did
this
trip. We just paid him $250,000.
Now, I mean, so we don't pay people that's in our own conference.
No, that's right.
No. We only pay whenever somebody, like, from out of conference.
Yes.
We pay them to
That's
come
correct.
play us?
Yeah.
Unless it's like Oklahoma State, like you're not paying Oklahoma State. That's a home and home situation. You're setting that up as a.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Get the hotline real quick if you can. Wayne, he's out of here. Justin Acre joins us. Good morning,
Guys,
Justin.
I'm a Justin, if I may weigh in on this.
Yes.
I was going to
But
say,
for
I know
different reasons.
Justin Acre probably agrees with me.
It's illogical and it's bad business. I get why people rush the field. I don't have an issue with it in general, but when you're starting to write checks for $250,000 to an opposing school, it's idiotic. So as a fan, you got to go, I'm not doing that to my school. Guess what? Arkansas could use $250,000.
Yeah.
Some schools don't need it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Vanderbilt didn't care about $100,000. They farted $100,000. They're worth millions and millions and millions and millions. Arkansas needs $250,000.
I think now
But you're not keeping students off the field.
Well,
because you know
I'm not talking to the university. I'm not talking to administration. I'm talking to the students. I mean, I'm talking to the students and I'm talking to the fan. If you're a fan of the school, it's irresponsible to go on the field.
That's a lot of money.
But like the announcer added, they're not keeping them off the field tonight.
Yeah. How about this?
Tell students that you're not going to keep 18 to 22-year-olds off the field.
At what point can you go on the field? How about we just say, let's get the whole other team off the field, give us 5 minutes, we can save $500,000.
That won't work out.
I know it's hard, but like I just need the fan base to start being logical about it because it makes more sense that way.
Somebody says here,
put up some chicken wire like in Roadhouse.
National Guard and we got chicken wire out
Listen,
there.
I've often said this, Justin. It's just like crows on a wire. You don't got to get them all. You only got to get one. You take one kid down violently, the rest will be like, well, I don't know if I want to go out there.
Oh, my gosh. Somebody says paint the damn field and hang the banners. Okay, yeah, listen, we got things to improve on up there. What's going on in your show today,
We
Justin?
actually have a Major League Baseball pitcher coming in studio today.
Cool, yes.
Jordan Wicks is going to join us.
K-State alum.
Yeah,
he's got a big event coming up, and we're going to talk to him about that, get his thoughts on the playoffs. I wish he was in them, but nevertheless. Clint Conk will be in, thanks to Farm Brothers Flying Service. We got Eli Craner, brought to you by the Old Bank in Russellville, which we have not been to as of yet, but we are going on Friday for the show. And then Susan's coming up. Thanks to Willie D's, and we'll talk to her about Weekend Entertainment.
Awesome. Great to have you back, JM. Good stuff as always. Josh,
fun.
well done. We'll have Roger back tomorrow. We'll be on the road.
I got to go calm down.
I think you're on to something here. I think you need to visit with Hunter.
I enjoyed that
National
thoroughly.
Guard and chicken wire. We'll have Roger back tomorrow. We'll be in Hot Springs over at the at HJ Trailer Sales. We really appreciate you listening. Can't do it without you. All right, the Zone's up next.